magic, believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all that is blackness.
Welcome back, my enlightened ones. Welcome back to my channel. I am Cat Four Winds. Welcome. For those who do not know me, I am Cat Four Winds. I am a shaman. I am a Reiki master in the Usui Karuna Reiki Holy Fire. I am certified. I'm legal to teach. So how is everybody tonight? I do want to say right now, I'm jumping over the chat to say hi to everybody, but I do want to say tonight it will be a long class. For those of you, there are a few of you in here that do have their books. I will be giving up page numbers if you wish to follow along, but you do not need a book to do this class. So everything I'm going to be doing is going to be called ignitions, and we're going to light the fire in there and get you burning. So the beauty of taking this class is if you have spiritual attachments, and 95% of the environment does, this will actually remove spiritual attachments from you because it's raising you up into a higher frequency. Okay, everything vibrates. Remember this. This is science. This is physics. Okay. When you keep yourself in a higher vibration, you become less mass and you become more wave, if that makes sense. Okay. So anyway, so this is going to be a great class tonight. So pen, notebook, please, if you can. Just to start off, I have linked below, because just in case you guys do decide, if by chance you can't make it through the whole class, no worries. Just mark where you are on timestamp, and then just go back to the video because it will be always available to you guys. But I do want to say that I have links below. There is a Holy Fire Reiki meditation, okay, that actually helps activate the fire in you. Even though I'm going to be activating fire in you tonight, this is a great video to go back and to watch. So that's a great thing to do. I get all my notes in front of me, so I won't be typing it all because I have a lot of stuff in front of me. So as I said, I am a Reiki master, I'm a shaman, I'm an ordained minister as well. Mike here in chat, Michael Sangelo, I met him about 7 years ago, and I had a nasty attachment for about 25 years. I learned to push it away from myself, and I learned to get it under control, but it was still attached to me. And my friend came over one day and he says, I know what we can do to get rid of it. Let's do the Holy Fire Reiki. It's supposed to be done over a period of time because you're putting a lot of frequency into yourself, and I didn't care if I just get it done. So anyway, Mike sat there with an entire afternoon, meditation after meditation, slamming it into me. I went to bed that night. I saw myself sleeping. I'm watching myself sleep. So I'm in second person, or maybe I was in my higher self. I don't know. But I was laying in bed and I actually saw a hand, a very big hand, come down and reach into the back of my neck, because this is where it was attached on me, and actually rip it off of my being. And I remember that the energy slapped back so forcefully. I actually woke from my bed and screamed out in the darkness, what the hell was that? And I heard in my head, we got him, Catherine. So by me slamming that high frequency of Reiki, thank you, Michael, into myself, I raised myself so fast and so hard that this thing could no longer be attached to me. It got lifted off. So there is power in this Reiki. Honest to goodness, there's a purifying, which is what we're going to do to you tonight, where we're going to raise your frequency up high enough, and it's going to purify and kind of sanctify you a little bit, okay? I will go over what the Reiki, Holy Fire Reiki, is not religion. So I just want to point that out there right now. So I'm going to be rude. I'm being rude. I'm going to go over to chat real quick and just say hi to everybody. I have Julie and Penny in here. Hello. And I have beautiful Carrie in here. And I have, I believe, Adam's in here. And Vincent. Hey, yes, you are. There you are. Chris is in here as well. As I said, my mighty warrior, Michael, who is also a shaman as well as a Reiki master. Hawks Dennis, welcome, my dear. Nice to have you join us. That's excellent. Jasmine, my modest God love ya. So, you know what? I have a lot of information I need to go over. Izzy, welcome, sweetheart. Welcome. I believe Ash is taking a shower. She should be here momentarily. So, I have a lot of information to go over tonight. Some of the stuff I will be skipping over in the book. I'm just going to do the basics as far as not on the holy fire, but as far as the basics in the book. For those of you that wish to continue on to get their certificates, here it is. This will be the certificate you would receive. And again, there's no money required for taking this whole entire course all the way up to the master level tonight. So please know this. But if you do want your certificate, and the book itself, which I have here, it's all marked up with all my little notes. The book itself is the training manual. So when you actually get the book, you will be free to go off and start your own classes if you wish, and to teach, go on with the Reiki. You do not have to be registered. I am certified and registered because I teach. Okay, you do not have to become registered. When you become registered, the beauty of that is you can actually go to the William Rand site and you can actually download information. You can also order books for classes as well as certificates that do come with the books. That's the reason why I am registered. Mike, my friend, is also registered in here. I have taught Julie, that is also in here in chat. I taught Sara. I have taught Shane, and there's a couple other that might be popping in here that I also have taught as well. The Holy Fire Reiki. We use this. I am an ordained minister. I have done exorcisms on people. Yes, I have. And I use the loving and the compassion that comes in with the Reiki fire. I use that to remove attachments from people, as opposed to what you see in the movies where I'm throwing holy water at them and everything else. So, demon, be gone. So anyway, so it's going to be a really fun night. It's going to be a lot to go over. Please, I want to say this right now, okay? Do not feel overwhelmed with this class. I need you in a relaxed state. I need you to be open to receive, because I am going to be leading you through meditations tonight that are going to walk you, and I'm going to stop talking and let it go on for about 10 or 15 minutes afterwards with the music just playing that I have going in the background. It's not me putting the ignitions, okay? It's not me. If you have any form of Reiki, this is an upgrade from any form of Reiki, because Holy Fire Reiki is the highest vibrational Reiki out there, next to the World Peace Reiki, which I just gave to myself the other day. And yes, I have a meditation for that one too, and I can put that in there for you as well, which I'll do it at the end of the master class if anybody wants to take it a step further. So anyway, so we got a lot to do tonight. So again, just to make sure nobody else. Shane, Ash, welcome. You made it, sweetheart. Good. I was trying to prolong my talking, so you can get in here. Welcome, Ash. Great to have you, sweetheart. So first of all, this is where I am registered, the International Center for Reiki Training. That's the ICRT that you see after my name. Professional licensed teacher. Yes, I am. As I said, if you wish to take this to the master level, it's $100 to get your certificate, as well as the training manual, which will come with you. But you do not need that to go through any of these classes that I have set up for you. This is your God-given gift. This is something that everybody should be doing. We've been doing this since the beginning of time, this healing energy. So, what is Reiki? Let's get going, shall we? Reiki, which is the first symbolism, you see it there at the top, means divinely guided spiritual wisdom, sacred, divine, holy blessing, miraculous, wonderful power. The key stands for your life force, your chi, all right, your energy, the breath, the air, the spirit, the atmosphere, the vital energy, and primordial energy. Okay, you have heard of Yusui Karuna Reiki. You do not have to have any form of Reiki in order to take on the Karuna Reiki. As I said, okay, I have had the Yusui first, which kind of leads you up to going into the Karuna. So when you do the Karuna tonight, and we get this going on you guys, I have, what is that? What was that? What was that? That was crazy. So also pay attention to, because I'm going to be doing an angel prayer in a minute, and I'm going to be calling in my ascended masters and guides. You will see Archangel Michael. He is blue. You will see a blue orb that will probably be floating around my room somewhere, okay? So do keep Elixilu behind me to see if funky little things start to happen. All right, so the Usui Reiki is called Usui because it was named after Dr. Usui Makao, excuse me. Okay, and his mantra was, just for today, do not anger. Just for today, do not worry. Just for today, be grateful. Just for today, work honestly. Just for today, be kind to yourself as well as others. Okay. So the Holy Fire Reiki meditation, which we're going to be doing here momentarily, I want to go over the Gasso hand positioning, okay, and what it means, okay? The Gasso, placing the two palms together, that is the prayer position. Gasso literally means two hands coming together. It is a ritual gesture formed by placing the palms together in the prayer or praying hands position as illustrated above, and is the most fundamental and also the most frequently used of all hand gestures, also known as the Inzu or the mantras in the practice of Buddhism. Your Reiki, Reiki has many forms. You got Buddhism, you got Hinduism, you got Druidism, you got everything. You got all the isms in there. Okay, so I want to say at this moment, Reiki's personal. And I'm going to tell you why it's personal. I'm going to teach you the standard way of learning and applying Reiki to yourself as well as others in future classes. When we're done here tonight, you will be able to do Reiki on yourself. Okay. But the beauty of, lost my train of thought. There it goes, out the window. See you later. The beauty of knowing the Holy Fire Reiki is I do it on my plants, I do it on my animals, I do it on myself. I even use the violet flame, and we're going to be discussing the violet flame in a minute. But the Gasso hand position is this, okay? But they're not showing you the side view. Do you notice where my thumbs are? They are pointing into my heart chakra. Now, if you notice, I'm going to point over this way because I know it's opposite on the thing. So if you notice in the corner, the PNG that's in the corner, that is of the heart chakra. The triangle that is pointing up, okay, that means humanity going up to God, and the triangle pointing down is actually God coming down to humanity to help. The 12 petals of the lotus flower there represents the 12 petals of the heart chakra, okay? The heart chakra is what I'm choosing for these classes tonight because, number one, the Holy Fire Reiki is love, okay? It's pure unconditional love, and it runs through your heart chakra. The resonance, the frequency, that vibration of your heart chakra is 1,000 times higher than that of the brain. Think about that for a moment. It's that much higher than the brain. We're going left brain, right brain, as you heard me said in the past, and we're going down, coming together as one and connected to all through the heart chakra. Your heart chakra, in case you didn't know it, is a portal. Okay, I actually have things go through my back all the time. I cross things through my back. I used to set up gateways. Now I don't bother. They just go through me. So anyway, but I can feel things all the time moving on my back. It's kind of creepy. But again, this is me. I have taken it and nailed it and have taken it full tilt because this is what I do for a living. I cleanse houses, I clear lands, and I get rid of negative things. This is what I do. I promise you, you won't have things crawling on your back or feeling things, okay? But tonight, when I walk you through some meditations, do not be alarmed if you feel energy or tingling around, especially your third eye. You may feel a little tension going in there. You may get a little headachy. That is okay. That means your frequency is going up. Plus, it's divine intervention. I'm saying this tonight for this class to be here tonight because we are going through the pink moon right now, and the full moon is tonight, okay? Planetary alignment. This is so perfect because this is all about new beginnings, and that's what this Holy Fire Reiki is about. It is going to transform your life, and I promise you, if you practice it, I promise you this will transform your life. Okay, so I'm going to get up. I'm going to start my singing bowl. This is actually the frequency, I believe, C for the heart chakra over here. Okay, I always do my singing bowls because my singing bowls lets my ascended masters and everybody know it's time to get to work. Okay, so give me 1 second, guys. So by me playing that, I'm not sure if you guys really heard that and how intense that was, but being in the room, it instantly opens up my heart chakra. It is of the heart frequency, okay? So if everybody can go into the gasso position right now, okay? Again, this is your thumbs pointing into your heart chakra, okay? I would like to say a little prayer to call in the angels and our ascended masters, okay? Everybody take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Again, take another nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Big cleansing breath. Okay, the next breath, this is the last breath. I want you to take the biggest belly breath you can. I want you breathing with your diaphragm, not just your lungs, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale through your nose. Hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. If you can all say this prayer with me in your heads or out loud, because you're giving permission for things to come into your house and work on you now. And I promise this is all good things, nothing bad here. I now call upon my team of angels, energy healing guides and angels. Please surround me with divine healing, love, and light. I ask for complete healing on the level of my mind, body, and spirit, inside and out. I ask that you release all blockages, cleanse my entire being, and raise my vibration to support total healing according to divine will. And so it is. Okay, so what we did is we just called all your ascended masters. These are the people we're calling in. Here, let me show you. As you can see, there's different religions here. There's different cultures here. This is everybody. These are the ascended masters, okay? We're going to be working with 5 crime ones tonight, okay? And I'm going to go over those with you in just a moment. Okay, so I'm going to go into my little spiel here on my introduction. I'm going to jump back over to chat just to make sure I haven't missed anybody. I got Michael, Julie, Ash, yes, Shane. Okay, so nobody else new has popped in, so wonderful. So again, like I said, I'm 4 Winds. I'm a Reiki master. I'm a shaman. I'm an ordained minister, and this is what I do. Reiki has literally kept me from being... Did you just see that? There was over here. Archangel Michael was just here. There was a blue orb that was just over here. Did you guys see that? It just went behind me. All right. So, sorry, I get excited. So Archangel Michael is almost the color, even though my sweatshirt is purple, but it looks blue on the video. So he's about this color. So he just went, damn, it's all backwards again. He just went over here. So that was kind of interesting. So keep an eye out for him. Okay. So, Reiki is a Japanese technique for stress reduction and relaxation, and also promotes healing. It is administered by laying hands and is based on the idea that the unseen life force energy flows through us and is what causes us to be alive. I'm alive. Okay. I know there's people in here that have been doing a lot of shadow work. I have quite a few that I've got doing shadow work every day, even as try to keep myself in that state of grace, what I call, and every day I still do my shadow work and I still do my meditations and so forth, because I can't help you guys if I'm in a low frequency and I'm in a low state. So anyway, so Reiki healing, here we are. What is Reiki? Reiki is a non-invasive technique to promote healing by releasing congestion, yes, from energy centers to enable a good flow of energy in the body. It is administered by laying on hands on major energy centers called chakras, and I will be going over those in a second with you. Oh, something just went up. Look, did you see that? Over by the door. Watch over by the door. All right, so laying hands on the major energy centers called chakras of the body, and is based on the idea of channeling universal light and love through the practitioner to the client. The benefits of Reiki: relieves pain and discomfort, reduces stress and anxiety, awakens intuition. Yes, you guys asked me, how can I be more psychic? You're doing it. Okay, awakens intuition and self-awareness, relieves depression, strengthens self-esteem, increases blood flow and circulation, strengthens the immune system, releases toxins and smooths digestion, aids relaxation, improves sleep, clears blockages, and suppresses emotions. And as I said, when we take on a spiritual attachment, you're not aware, but you're actually taking on the emotions of that spiritual attachment. Remember, guys, I told you that the spiritual world is controlled through emotion, okay? When something negative comes near me, I don't freak out, I don't scream, and I don't run from it. I throw love at it, because that's a vibration it does not want, okay? If something's low vibration, it's going to do two things. If I throw love at it, it's going to get the hell away from me. Or if it chooses to stay in my frequency, I will raise its frequency up to match mine over time. I have actually allowed things to connect with me and attach to me so I can help them cross over, to raise their frequency up enough so they can cross over. I actually had a human that actually went very dark. In fact, one of my friends could actually see him. And the last day he came to me, and I was still sleeping in my bed, and I saw him, his face, he was beautiful. He had these beautiful blue eyes. They were black when he first came, and I gave him permission to stay with me. And he had these beautiful blue eyes, and he said, "Thank you, Catherine," and he left. So, but the beautiful thing is every time you cross something over or help out the spirits, including demons and negative things, when you help them, you're raising their frequency up so they're not so bad anymore. I have actually crossed negative things over, and you do it through the power of Reiki. Yes. I'm going to go back to comments and just rambling on. Okay, just like people. Okay. Squirrel, that's me. Okay. So, Reiki is a form of therapy that uses simple hands-on touch and visualization techniques with the goal of improving the flow of life energy in a person. Reiki, pronounced is Rei in Ki, meaning universal life energy in Japanese. Okay, so the origins of Reiki, and we're going to bring Miss Dr. Yusui back up here, okay? The origins of Reiki in the mid-1800s was developed by Dr. Mikao Yusui, a Japanese scholar of religion, according to the story that has been passed down among Reiki teachers. Yusui was a Christian who was intrigued by the story of Christ and how he could heal the sick by touching them with just his hands. Searching for clues that would explain the sequence of healing and hands-on, Yusui made a long pilgrimage around the world, visiting many ancient religions, sects, and studying ancient books. Some Reiki teachers claim that Yusui found clues leading back to nearly 10,000 years of healing. Okay, so I'm not going to go any further into Yusui because we're not teaching you Yusui tonight. I'm teaching you Karuna, okay? But I just wanted to let you know, Reiki has been around since the beginning of time. We forget that we're part of nature. We are. We forget that we're part of everything, and we can tap into this healing energy. This healing energy, and the reason why the Holy Fire Reiki is the highest frequency Reiki out there is because I'm not giving it to you. If you take any other Reiki classes, the teacher has to sit here and he has to put all these ignitions and attunements and all these things into you to get you up and going. And poor Mike had to hold the tongue at the roof of his mouth, and he had to and do all these mantras and everything else. You don't have to do this because Karuna Reiki is all about frequency. It's about attunement. When you see you know what Om looks like, right? And it looks like a backwards 3, okay? That symbol stands for the frequency of the universe. That is the sound the universe makes. When you go Om, Om, you're making the sound of the universe and you're connecting with that cosmic energy is what you're doing. So this is the highest frequency Reiki out there because it's coming directly from source. It's coming directly from your guides. It's coming directly from wonderful, wonderful things. Okay. So Reiki claims to provide many of the same benefits as traditional massage therapy, such as reducing stress, stimulating the immune system, increasing energy, and relieving pain and symptoms of health conditions. Practitioners have reported success in helping patients with acute and chronic illnesses, from asthma and arthritis to trauma and recovery from surgery, as I was doing on my mom. Reiki is a gentle and safe technique and has been used successfully in some hospitals. It has been found to be very calming and reassuring for those suffering from severe or fatal conditions. Reiki can be used by doctors, nurses, psychologists, and other health professionals to bring the touch into a deeper caring in their healing practices. I have used Reiki on people that are dying. Yes, I removed cords from them. There's one we're here in this what's called the gross realm, which is the realm of 3D, which is no longer 3D, it's now 4D. But by us being in this realm, we connect cords. We have cords that ground us. This is why I didn't want you guys eating a really heavy meal tonight, because if you notice over here, I got my chakra chart going on here. So the first chakra is the root chakra, okay? I'm going to go into depth over these more, but I just want to explain something really quick. So this is the root chakra. This is the sacral chakra, okay? This is your solar plexus, which you can't quite see it, but it's yellow, okay? And this is your heart chakra. Notice the heart chakra is in the middle of these three and these three over here. Your heart chakra, the lower chakras that you see over here are about grounding you, okay? Keeping you connected to this earthly plane. When you start working out of your heart chakra, you're going from you're still grounded, but you're going up into the spiritual. This becomes your spiritual chakras up here. When you eat, these, which we're going to go over the parts of your body that digest food and all this stuff, these are now focused on your physical body. It's not about the spiritual now, it's about the physical body. This is why Jesus Christ supposedly fasted for 40 days and 40 nights, okay? Because that power of fasting and not taking food into you allows you to hear messages, to receive. Before I do a land cleansing or anything other form of house cleansing or exorcisms on people, I will fast for 3 days. I will not eat. It raises my frequency up and it connects me so I can hear better, okay? So this is why I didn't want you guys to eat tonight. Okay, so please know if you have any questions, Mike will be able to answer any in the chat, as well as Sarah and Shane, Julie. As I said, we're all of the same Holy Fire Reiki. Mike taught me and I taught everybody else. Mike helped me along with it too, but so my Stewie Reiki master put her hands on my throat and pulled me up. Okay. The force is strong. The force will be with you. Okay. So I want to go over a few facts of Reiki, because some people think that they're not. I shouldn't be doing Reiki. You'll hear fears about, if you do Reiki on people, you're depleting your own life force and you're just making your life shorter. That's not true, okay? Reiki facts. Reiki covers the whole body. Reiki promotes healing and has beneficial effects of the body. This includes not only physical symptoms, but also gives you relaxation, peace, well-being, and security. This is possible because a full Reiki treatment covers all organs, glands, and the main energy centers of the body. Reiki functions in harmony with other types of treatment, so you can use it along with therapies. Remember, the Reiki knows where to go, okay? We're going to be talking about bioscanning here in a moment, on how I bioscan people's bodies, and I can actually see darkness in their energy fields, and it's quite crazy. You will not find many Reiki teachers that do this, but I actually use tuning forks. I actually use tuning forks to actually break out blocks before I actually administer Reiki to people. I can actually stand 6 feet away from somebody, hit the tuning fork, and I can read somebody just as you can read the rings in a tree. Yes, I can actually will hit a spot in their their auric field, their biofield, okay? And I can actually feel there was trauma there, and I will keep hitting that tuning fork until I clear that trauma away. And then I can tell you actually the age when the trauma occurred. So it's really quite magnificent. When you get really good at the Reiki, your psychic abilities really start to take off and to really fly. So that's really cool. So the beliefs of Reiki, here we go. The 4 tenets, okay, these are the beliefs. Reiki knows where to go. Reiki is spiritually conscious life force. It knows and goes where it needs and is needed most. Reiki requires no effort on your part. Reiki can do no harm. Reiki is divinely conscious energy, but is very natural, okay? It says nature. It can do no harm to the recipient or to the practitioner. Number 3, Reiki doesn't deplete the practitioner. This is very important. People will fight with you about this. That's not true. If you're going into the Gaso position and you let your guides know you're beginning the Holy Fire Reiki, it's not your energy you're using. You're just being the conduit, okay? You're just directing the energy where it needs to go into the body, okay? The healing energy benefits both the recipient and the practitioner. Anyone can learn Reiki. Reiki is automatically passed to student during the attunement. There is no need for years of study or meditation, okay? So that's very important. So if you guys have any questions, Mike is right there for you. Julie, I'm all about frequencies. In fact, usually several times a week. What can I use for this? There's a frequency for everything. There's a frequency for depression. There's a frequency for fighting COVID. Yes. There's frequencies for everything. There's a frequency to eliminate cancer, and I have used it, and it's worked. Okay, not on me, but on other people. So this is very powerful stuff. I have done Reiki on people when I could not stand. Okay, just so you know, I don't want you to feel sorry for me, but I have been through 6 back surgeries. My neck is fused. My lower back is fused. Okay, I'm supposed to be in a wheelchair right now. I am not. Okay, I refuse to be in a wheelchair. I refuse to be an invalid the rest of my life. And I used Reiki to heal myself. I have worked on people where I had to sit in chairs because I could not stand to work on them. I'm that determined. Okay, so there is power in this Reiki. Please, please know this. Okay, so the function of the practitioner is it aims to change and balance the energy fields in and around your body to help on all physical, psychological, emotional, and spiritual level. Okay, so I'm going to stop right there. I do have to go over a few preliminaries. Okay, so let's do, I've already explained what that is. So right in the middle here, that symbol that's right in the middle, that looks like the Star of David, okay? This is actually called the Kabbalah, okay? It actually has a point coming out to the front and to the back as well. You just can't see it here because of the way it's just put on the paper, okay? This is actually, you've heard of sacred geometry. There you go. Okay, so in the middle, that symbol stands for Reiki. So that is the generic symbol for Reiki right there. So now you know what that means. Okay, so Reiki energy benefits: increase energy levels, personal growth and development, increase mental clarity, emotional healing and stability, increase self-awareness, reduction of stress, clearing and balancing of your chakras, relief from chronic pain, peace of mind and body, strengthens your immune system, reduces tension, anxiety, improves circulation. Okay. I'm going to go back to my paper over here. Okay, let's see here. So the basic philosophy Okay, the concept underlying Reiki is that the body has an energy field that is central in your health and in proper functioning. When it is in balance, that's the key here, balance. Okay, and the energy travels in certain pathways that can become very blocked or weak. And the idea of energy flow in the body is also central concept of our Vedic medicine. This is Hindu medicine. Okay, our Vedic means Hindu medicine. Okay, and traditionally Chinese medicine, including acupuncture. Okay, I do pressure points. I'm going to be discussing meridians that are major energy flowing patterns through the body here as well. So I'm trying to skip over a few things because, all right, self-treatment in Reiki. Although Reiki practitioners believe the formal training is necessary to learn the proper methods of energy channeling and healing, individuals can still use some of the basic positions of Reiki to relieve stress and to stimulate healing on themselves as well as others. The positions can be performed anywhere and for however long it is needed. Positions generally move from the top of the body down. We do group Reiki shares where we'll all get together, like 5 or 6 of us, and we'll take turns. One will get on the table and we'll all take turns. This is kind of the exception to the rule. One person will go down at the feet, one will go into the stomach area. I usually take the head because I like to push. I'm a pusher. I'm a pushy person. So anyway, so that would be the one exception, but usually you start from the head and work your way down. Another thing too, and again, this is all personal. If you decide to start on the heart chakra, that's a great place to start because remember, the frequency, the resonance of the heart chakra is 1,000 times higher than that of the brain. You put energy in there, what's your heart going to do? It's going to pump it through your entire body and push the energy where it goes. It needs to go. See, I've activated the Holy Fire Reiki in me right now, and I'm actually beginning to sweat. I get hot. Hot flash, and it's not old age. All right. So it's really quite cool. Like I said, it's all personal. You're going to learn certain techniques, certain things. I actually studied tuning forks and healing the bioscan, the biofield of the body. And this is what I use frequencies all the time. I'm constantly the meditations, 528 hertz. That's the frequency of love. That's also called solfeggio tone. That is called the miracle tone. You can use that to fight cancer. You can use that down to the cellular level in your body to heal yourself. Jane will attest to this. Okay, so who else is in here? Orbs. Okay, me. Okay. All right. So, let's do this. Holy Fire Reiki, what is it? Holy Fire Reiki is a new form of Reiki that was introduced in January 2014 by William Lee Rand. It is both powerful and gentle and provides purification, healing, empowerment, and guidance. It is not something William Lee Rand designed or created, but something that came to him as part of healing session he had with 2 talented spiritual teachers who channeled illuminated beings. Holy Fire Reiki is a type of Reiki energy and a system of Reiki healing based on the Holy Fire energy. Please listen to this next part. Holy Fire energy has been active in the world since ancient times. The use of the word Holy Fire in Holy Fire Reiki is not intended to have religious meaning. The word means whole, incomplete. It is how it is used in the Holy Fire Reiki. Holy Fire energy is noticeably more refined and comes from higher levels of consciousness. This is why it's the highest vibrational Reiki out there. So, self-treatment. Okay, so that one's done. Yay! Okay. So what I'm going to do is go back over to my notes here. I have so much. What I want to do is I want to get the violet flame active in you guys. Let me go over a few people here that you need to know. So the Holy Fire Reiki works off of 5 beings, okay? And I'm about to introduce them to you, okay? Let's start off with Kuan Yin. Here's Kuan Yin. Kuan Yin is a shortened form of the name that means one who sees and hears the cry from the human world. Her Chinese title signifies she who always observes and pays attention to sounds, i.e., hearing prayers. Kuan Yin. There is also a masculine form of her as well, and I cannot pronounce the name, and I'm not even going to try. The next one is Saint Germain. This is the violet flame I want to put into you guys. He is of the seventh ray. There's 12 rays that come down from source, okay, and he is of the seventh ray. Saint Germain and the violet flame. The temple of the presence ascended master. Saint Germain is the Shohan, which means teacher of God's violet ray of freedom, mercy, and transformation. You have seen me use it up in the stairs, when I'm up in the haunted attic. When something negative comes near me, you will see me. I'm putting it out there. It's my favorite color. Ha! Purple. So your next two beings that the Holy Fire Reiki works of, yes, Jesus Christ and Mother Mary. The spiritual masters who introduced the Holy Fire Reiki. He is also part of the group called the Brothers and Sisters of Light, and I will be explaining that to you in a moment. And the last being, Source, God, I am. The I am present, supreme being, creator, and principal object of faith. Please know this predates religion. We are not into religion here, people. This is spirituality going on here, okay? So please know that. Okay, so let's discuss our chakra system, okay? We actually have more than just these 7 main chakras in our body. We actually have 32, okay? But there's more than that, okay? We also have chakras above us, okay? We have chakras below our feet that go into the ground, okay? So, believe it or not, think of your body as a hologram. Hello, okay? Your soul, there's a chakra up here, about 7 inches above your head and to the back. It's called the casual chakra. Your soul likes to sit here. Your soul isn't always in your body. So when you are feeling scatterbrained, when you feel like you need to ask everybody for the answers and you're lost and you're feeling disconnected, guess where your soul is? I preach to you guys all the time, ground and center yourselves. When you ground and center yourselves, you're pulling your soul back into your body is what you are doing, okay? We're always connected. It's okay if your soul goes off. Our soul goes off every night when we're sleeping. It's called astral projection. We learn the most in our sleep. In fact, I've been told by the angels we have it backwards. When we're awake, we are actually asleep because we are in that autopilot, okay? Going to work, coming home, okay? We're disconnected. When we go to sleep at night, our body reconnects to our guides, to our ascended masters. Here they are. Okay, our body connects to these and they take us off and they teach us. A lot of times when you say, I never dream, you're not dreaming and you don't remember because they drop what's called the veil of amnesia down because some of the lessons they're teaching you are very hard and they can screw with your psyche. So by them dropping that veil of amnesia, you wake up in the morning, you feel tired, you might even have a couple bruises on yourself and not know where they came from. It's crazy because I'm going to tell you how powerful your mind is. They had a guy that was a weightlifter, and they actually told him for 2 months he couldn't work out his right arm, okay? He only could work out his left arm. They measured the muscle mass around each, okay? And for 2 months, they told him to keep working on his left arm, but the right arm, he had to do meditations every day, believing he was lifting weights with just his right arm, okay? 2 months went by. The equivalency of the muscle on the right arm was equal to that of the left arm because the body does not know the difference between real or Memorex. You can trick the mind, okay? When I meet somebody that has cancer, the first thing I tell them is tell yourself you don't have cancer. Stop telling yourself you have cancer because why? It's consciousness to water. You're 75 to 85% what? Water. And when you're constantly telling yourself, I'm sick, stay sick. When you tell yourself, no, I have power, I'm not going to live my life like this. No, you rise above that and you stop being nice to yourself and self-love. This is that shadow work I yell at you guys about. What is shadow work? It is the process of exploring, uncovering, and reintegrating the parts of the psyche that are hidden, repressed, or disowned in the unconscious mind. It is meant to achieve psychic wholeness, authenticity, creativity, and emotional freedom. It involves presence, kindness, and compassion, and unconditional love of one's self. When you learn to love yourself, the healing begins. Okay, it's that simple. Seriously, the healing begins. So let's do a Gasso position. Okay, and I'm going to walk you through a little meditation here with Saint Germain. It's going to be very quick. I want you guys to be able, when I'm also a white witch, a hedge witch, okay, which is another form of shaman. This is where I learned my shamanism. I didn't take a class on it. I didn't learn it from books. I learned it from my guides and my spiritual masters and my Native American family, okay? They taught me in dream state. They taught me through meditations, the whole 9 yards. The stuff is real. The stuff is, if you really believe. But the biggest thing that Reiki comes down to, and what's the word I'm looking for, guys? What's that word? Intent. Yes, intent. When you believe you are moving that power, when you believe, I have had people come up to me and I can bioscan their bodies so well. I had one girl, in fact, it's a friend, in fact, it's somebody that's related to my friend Michael in here, and he will attest to this. She came up to me and she was feeling fine and everything. And I told her, I said, you have an ovarian cyst and it's going to burst. She kind of looked at me and thought I was a little crazy and so forth. And I saw her about 2 weeks ago at Mike's house. I was over at Mike's house. In fact, we were doing Reiki on a bunch of people. And she came up to me to say, yes, you were right. I did have this problem. So, and it did burst. So when you get really good with this and you really tune in, and it's not about, it's about being in a relaxed, receiving state. Be balanced, be grounded. When my hands go into the Gasso position like this, my guides are in this room. My guides are all, I can feel them. They're all behind me right now. I can feel them. They're all listening to this. They told me they were going to be here tonight. Okay. So, I mean, this is just really, really insane. So anyway, in the book, there's a lot to go through in the book, but I'm not going to, I just want to read the code of ethics to you guys really quick, because that is my civic duty. So the code of ethics, as soon as I get to the page, I had it marked off. Where'd it go? That's the master ignition. So, code of ethics. What did I do with you? Turning, sending. That's not what I want. Wow. So we're going to be going over soul and spirit defined as well tonight. I do have the Gasso meditation as well that kind of activates the Gasso. But again, it's all done through intent. It's just really crazy how it works. The book is really great. It actually tells you how to set up your Reiki practice. But I do have to say, you can make money off of these Reiki classes, okay, without being registered, okay? I was doing it for 6 years. I was doing it without becoming, I just became registered for this class. So if anybody wanted to look me up and wanted to challenge me, I can say, well, I'm registered, go check. So, because my Mike usually gets my books for me, so we work together, him and I, we're quite the partnership. So anyway, so the code of ethics is about not being discriminatory towards other people. Still trying to find it. Where are you? Wow. I am actually, I am actually on fire, literally, guys. I am on fire right now. Okay, so the code of ethics, it must be here in the front. Here it is. Yeah, code of ethics. Okay. So the Japanese kanji, the center of the symbol, and we're going to go back up here, just so you know what this means, okay? Like I said, Reiki, which is a spiritual guided life energy. The upward position triangle represents humanity going towards God. The downward is God coming down towards humanity. let's see here. The inner 16 petal flower that you see around the Reiki symbol there symbolizes the throat chakra or communication. The outer 12 petals symbolizes the heart chakra and that of love. Okay, so what is that? Why can't I find the code of ethics? My goodness, I've been working on this class for like 2 months now. That's the pre-attunement. I thought it was in the back of the book. Anyway, so it's probably in my paperwork. All right, so if everybody doesn't mind, let's go into the gasso position. I'm going to jump over to comments real quick, just to make sure I haven't missed anything. Oh, I'm sorry, Ash, what page? Okay, we're not there yet, okay? This is stuff that I'm working off out of the book. So I'm not going to give you a page number right now, but I will be getting into the page numbers, okay? So let me explain again a little bit more in depth about Saint Germain and the violet flame. Okay, number one, he was a living person. He lived here, okay? He actually was the one that kind of started this new age thing that's going around. Yes, that was him too, okay? Saint Germain is the ascended master responsible for making the power of the violet flame available to the world today. That is the Kabbalah right there. You see how it's got the points in the front, guys? That is the whole Kabbalah right there that he's holding in his hands. All right, the power of the violet flame ensures that it not only absorbs energetic patterns and debris from the aura, but it also transmutes them over to light. Okay, that's the reason why I blow the violet flame on negative things when they come near me. Number one, they're either going to get away, and if they don't, the energy I just blew at it is going to start to change its frequency and make it brighter. So believe me, they get away from you very quickly. Okay. Before you begin, request Archangel Michael to protect you. And we already have called in the angels, so we shall skip that part because they're already first and present here. You can say something like, Dear Archangel Michael, as I prepare to do this healing work, please surround me in your golden light, and please protect me with your light so bright. Thank you. So now, if you notice the gasso position I have my hands in now, this is my natural gasso position. You will not see me push my hands together. And the reason why this is I always picture a violet flame. You can practically see it right there. I always picture the violet flame in between my hands, and it's activating and purifying my chakras before I begin my Reiki practice on my next client. So that's the reason why I do that. Okay. So now we're going to call upon Archangel Michael. He is my healer. He is of green, okay? He is of the heart chakra over here. Excuse me. In fact, the cosmos chakra that we were talking about, Metatron, which is one of the highest levels of angels, actually has 32 pairs of wings, is in charge of that cosmos chakra. They're ringing in your ears. Guess what? I have an answer for that. That tinnitus that you hear, that is Metatron. So you can thank him for that because he's always dumping DNA coding into that cosmos chakra. This is the headaches that you get. Might be some digestion in the stomach area. This could be heart palpitations. I have also linked below Ascension Symptoms problems as well, but please know, if you're feeling sick, don't just assume it's the Holy Fire Reiki working and purifying you and doing its thing, okay? You're not going to be in a lot of pain, I promise, okay? This is very gentle healing, but you may wake up tomorrow with a headache, almost guaranteed. So that's why I say lots of water, because it helps to acclimate that energy into your body faster and better, okay? So these energies, as I said, they're extremely powerful. So we're going to get to go on this using energies. So I call forth Archangel Raphael. You can say something like, Dear Archangel Raphael, please assist me as I work towards healing these blocks that are in my body, okay? When you get energy blocks, it's not good, because what happens is you leave these energy blocks. Say if you have an energy block in your heart chakra, over time it becomes, yes, heart disease. When you leave an energy block in your throat chakra, this is the bottleneck for your energy to go in from source. You don't want this blocked. Archangel Michael is in control of this chakra. And I'm talking, it's not just about communication, it's lack of communication. If you are holding back your feelings and you're not telling your partner what you're feeling and that you're miserable or whatever, and you're not getting that out there, it's that you're creating more shadow work for yourself because you're stifling that and you're creating a block there in that chakra. So not good. Speak your words, okay? Communication is very, very important. So, all right, so call upon Saint Germain. You can say, Dear Ascended Master, Saint Germain, please help me work and heal using the power of the violet flame. Thank you. Take these, okay, so now let's take 3 deep breaths in through your nose. Release. In through your nose again. Hold. Release. Everybody in the gasso position, one more time. Hands up in the gasso position. Inhale. Slowly release. I invoke thee, dear violet flame. Please receive all these blocks that I am going to pour into you and transmute them to pure divine light. I call forth Saint Germain to please, I invoke thee to please come and remove these blockages. Now imagine a violet flame, a beautiful purple flame, going in to your heart space and going in and just kind of spreading, and as it goes, it's purifying. Close your eyes and take a moment. I'll give you guys a moment. Close your eyes. Take that deep breath in. As I exhale, that's when I usually picture the violet flame in my heart chakra. Picture it burning. Picture it transmuting any negative energies in you that are not of your frequency. In the gasso position, open your fingers, open your hands a little bit, put the violet flame in between the palms of your hands. We have many chakra centers in the palms of our hands. We are activating them by doing this. So please go ahead and picture that violet flame between your fingertips, between your fingers, and in the palms of your hands as well. If you wish to imagine them being extended so they can reach the block easily, usually you'll know where the block is in your body because number one, you usually have pain there, okay? A lot of people, believe it or not, their emotions, which is what the spiritual world runs off of, okay? Our emotions go after the stomach. Okay, think about this. When you blush, do you realize that the lining of your stomach turns red too with your face? Did you know that? So it goes to show you how the emotion, when you get nervous, where does it hit you? It hits you in the stomach. You get the stomach cramps or you're running to the bathroom. You can tell that's where we carry our emotion, is in our solar plexus area, which is a couple inches above our belly button, okay? So when we get hold of this emotion, you can't help what's going on in the world, but you can control your emotion through the Holy Fire Reiki by putting yourself in that state of relaxed. I don't care what's going on in the world. I don't watch the news, and that's for a reason, okay? I don't want to know, because if I can't help it, I'm going to do my little part over here, pushing light into the center of the earth and pushing it into humanity, and I'm going to do what I can do. But whatever I can't do, God, I release you and work on this for me, because I'm going to focus on what I can focus on. Stress, worry, all these things, they break down our immune system and they hurt us, okay? So, you guys can all get out of the gasso position if you're still in it and relax, okay? So what we've done now, we have the holy, the violet flame. I know you don't think that anything's really happened, but it is in you. Blowing the violet flame. In fact, when I do Reiki on people, again, it's all personal. After I remove the blocks with my tuning forks on people, I go back up to the head and I start to blow lightly. Oh, did you see that? It's just right over here. I will blow the violet flame over people, and in my mind's eye, through intent, I picture this purple flame not burning them, but burning away any impurities, any dark areas that I am seeing while I am bioscanning them. So when I'm blowing the flame across people, I am also bioscanning them as I'm watching the flame kind of go around them. It's almost like remember I said, be that childlike mind, be that 2-year-old, use that imagination, because that imagination is not imagination. That is your intent. That's your power. If you believe it, you're manifesting it, you're doing it. That is the key. Believe. Have to believe. All right, let's go through the chakra system so you guys know what the hell I'm talking about here. Starting at the bottom, the base root chakra, okay? This has to do with, this is your grounding. This is your fight for flight. When you get scared, your adrenaline, your adrenal glands, oh yeah, stuff breaks loose, okay? This is the fear. Negative spirits want you in this frequency because it is easy for them to attach. Guess where they attach? They attach on your spinal column because that's where your energy, Shakti and Shiva, that's your life force, that's your energy that runs through there. In Sanskrit, okay? Sanskrit chakra, it's snake. They believe a snake is dormant in your root chakra, okay? And when you start becoming spiritual and getting out of the matrix of that autopilot, and you start reaching out beyond and putting yourself out there and pushing your energy out there, wonderful and magical things start to happen, and you really start to heal yourself, and you really start to heal others. So it's quite magnificent. So when a spirit attaches, it usually attaches at the base of the neck, okay? At the bottom lumbar area, L4, L5, where I've had many back surgeries. And yes, that's one of the reasons why I've had many back surgeries. I had this attachment for 25 years. That's a long time. It destroyed my back, okay? So back to the root chakra, here we go. So when this is balanced, it causes security, trust, connection with Mother Earth, grounding, I am. All right, when it is not balanced, it causes fear, nervousness, greed, resisting change, lack of focus, codependency, and insecurity. The next one up is the sacral chakra, our emotion, our sexual center. Yes, our sexual glands are here. Emotional expression, sexuality, creativity, I feel. All right, so when it's imbalanced, you're frigid, you're emotional, over emotional, uncertain, insecure, and inability to cope. The solar plexus, located right below the heart chakra there, the color yellow, when it is balanced, our power center, strength, determination, purpose, confidence, self-control, I do. Your willpower comes from this chakra. When it is imbalanced, lack of self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-discipline, fear, and indecisiveness. The heart chakra, now we're going spiritual, guys. You see how those lower three chakras were about grounding and protecting us, making us run if we're scared, okay? Now we're to the heart chakra, which is love, compassion, empathy, acceptance, forgiveness, I love. When it is imbalanced, it causes fear, loneliness, social anxiety, hatred, coldness, being mean, nasty, and self-critical of others. The throat chakra, the fifth chakra up. This is Archangel Michael's chakra, communication, speaking of truth, expression, I speak. When it is imbalanced, you're speaking too much. That's me. Domineering, not a good listener. That's me too. Speaking too little and being shy. I have a problem with my throat chakra sometimes. Going up to the third eye, intuition, awareness, insight, visualization, I see. Imbalanced, it will cause distance, not there. You get that fogged brain feeling. Everybody knows this feeling. You feel disconnected from your family. You feel disconnected from everything. You mistrust of intuition, loss of direction in life. And up to the crown chakra is, yes, spiritual connection, consciousness, wisdom, I understand. Imbalances, when it is imbalanced, causes depression, being unsocial, over analyzing things, spiritual and unaware. You don't realize this, but some of the thoughts in your head are not yours. We have spirits that pass us all the time, and you'll hear echoes, what I call echoes. If you get a spiritual attachment, I can tell you when you're having a spiritual attachment. If I played that bowl there, anybody with a spiritual attachment would usually leave my room. I have a couple of people in here in chat that had a problem with my singing bowl when I first played it for them, okay? Your attachment doesn't want your frequency going up. It cannot feed freely If you are not in the state of fear, confusion, hopelessness, it can't feed if you're not in that frequency of them. When you raise your frequency through the holy fire Reiki, you're pulling yourself up away from them. This is why I have you guys cut cords. Some of you are in our ghost group here. This is why we have you cut cords. So my stuff in my museum can still, computer's a gateway, phone's a gateway, anything that's two-way, a mirror, water, even fire, they're all gateways. So when you leave my house and don't cut those cords, that energy is still kind of hanging around in your house. So it's good to cut those cords. You're telling things to go home. Biggest thing, learn to set up barriers for yourself. People don't think that they're able to do this. Set up barriers. When I was upstairs in the attic the other day, I felt something very big and negative come near me. And I said, I don't give you permission to come near me. I don't give you permission to touch me. We can talk, but that's it. And it doesn't go any further than that. So here we go back to the chakra again. The heart chakra is the energy point within our ethereal body. Ethereal means I can't prove that these chakras exist. Okay. That's what ethereal means. But science has recently, medical doctors now are actually studying the chakra system right now. They realize that there is something to it. So upper and lower foundational energies meet. This is what the two triangles in the hexagon symbolizes. Okay. Humanity coming together with the I am presence. In Hindu tradition, the chakra is called the Anada. And this word means unmade sound of the universe. This is speaking of vortex within our ethereal hearts created these higher and lower energetic forces. As I said, the heart chakra is a gateway, okay? What you see off there on the right, and I just put that on there because I just thought that was interesting. This is the also called the tree of life, the Anada, which means unhurt, unstuck, and unbeaten. So I thought that was interesting. So that's the reason why I threw that up there. This is how your chakra system works. Okay, so let's start at the bottom, the root space there, the color red. Okay, it actually shows you the frequencies. Can you see that? The letters C, D, E, F, G, A, B. These are solfeggio frequencies. Now you see why that 528 hertz heals you? It hits all those chakra centers in your body. So when I tell you to go listen to 528 hertz, this is what I'm doing to you guys, okay? So at the root chakra, it is C. That is the frequency C. They're going on there. That is red. As I said, testes, ovaries, sex glands. Okay, the sacral area is also your adrenal gland is down there. That's your fight for flight. Okay, and that is the D sound there. Then we're going up to the E, the solar plexus. That is the sound frequency is E on that. That is the pancreas. Then we go up to the heart, which is the F. For that one, and then as you can see, the throat is blue, which is G, indigo is A, and the violet is B. I have other singing bowls. I have one for the crown chakra. If I played it next to this one, you can tell the difference because you can actually feel where it hits you. When I play this heart chakra, it hits me. I can feel it. It nails me right here. In fact, most of my people in my chat, they've all heard it. They love it. And my third eye one, it rings so high, it will actually, you feel it just nail you right there. So we're going to talk about the consciousness scale real quick here, because this is what your chakras in your body create. Okay. So let's see where it's at the bottom. See the arrow going down where it says contracted. When you are in a state of fear, when you are scared, senseless, you are contracting your aura. You are pulling back your shield and making yourself an easy target for an attachment, okay? When you are operating in higher frequencies from courage on up, that's frequency 200 up to 700 frequency, okay? You are expanding expanding your biofield. This is your shield. This is what's going to prevent anything from scratching you, hurting you. When Sara gets scratched up in the museum, it's because she's dropping her shield down and she's allowing for the experience to happen. She knows how to put it up. I've trained her well, okay? Don't you worry about Sara. So let's go back here, though. So I try to tell people to stay, see at 250, they have a neutrality state. Try to see things from a neutral point of view. So in other words, when you're having a bad day, don't go around and say, oh, poor me, this sucks. Understand the teaching behind it. If you don't want to repeat the lesson, learn the lesson. It's that simple. Why is this happening to me? Oh, okay. You know what? I'm going to be calm about this. I'm not going to let my emotions blow up and go haywire. I'm going to wait until I have all the evidence here and see if you're not going to lose your opportunity to react. I promise that's not going to go away. If you want to be ticked off, you can always be ticked off later. Breathe. When you do prana work, which is breath work, taking those 3 breaths instantly takes your frequency from here up to here. Just 3 breaths does that. It's really amazing. There is power in all of this. When your chakras are working correctly, this is your biofield here. According to practitioners, your biofield therapies stimulate a healing response by affecting subtle energy fields that surround the human body. The biofield therapies include Reiki. Practitioners use hand positions on the body that often align with the chakras. Now you notice the biofield here, it goes up through the bottom. It's going up through the coccyx, the end of the tailbone. Do you see that? And it goes out the top of the crown chakra and it circulates back around again, okay? Universal flow goes through our crown chakra and is always going into us, and energy is always coming out our feet. This is why it is important to go barefoot whenever you can. This is called earthing, grounding yourself. You're allowing Mother Gaia's energy, the energy of the earth, to go up through the soles of your feet, and also allowing the energies that are being, your lymphatic system is trying to do what I call the dump. It wants to get rid of the crap in your body that doesn't need to be there. When you wear your shoes all the time and never change your insoles, what are you doing? You're putting that crap back into your body. This is how autoimmune diseases happen, okay? I am barefoot practically all the time in the summertime. Pat Four Winds Blackfoot. That's my name. I am barefoot all the time, seriously, because it heals me. It absolutely does. So it's very important. So bioscanning or beaming, this is another term in Reiki, okay? This is when you are scanning the patient or the client's body. I prefer to call them clients. This is not really a patient. You're looking through their energy fields for any areas where you feel drawn to. Trust your intuition. When you first do this, you're nervous and, oh my God, what the hell am I doing? Relax and let your hands guide you. And I'm going to tell you what's going to happen when you're in that relaxed state. I will have Archangel Michael. I will have Jesus Christ. I will have Mother Mary. I will feel them come behind me, and I will be working on one area, and all of a sudden my hands will just move. Okay, I'm working here now. It's crazy. But again, I've taught myself automatic writing, so I'm really, really open to letting things kind of take over. But you will learn this in time. It's practice. I'm not saying I'm special. I've just been doing this for 7 years, okay? In fact, I've been doing this my entire life, not even knowing what the hell I was doing. I knew how to heal things ever since I was a little girl, little tiny little girl. But I was using my energy to heal things. I didn't know. You want to pull the energy into you first and then be the conduit and push it out. When I go into that gassel position, when you go into that gassel position, you're telling your guides, just on. They will come in. You will feel them. Don't be alarmed if you feel something very big and tall standing behind me, because they're not the same size as we are. They usually don't come in full force. They will stand out back and they will guide you. But you will sometimes feel something that feels really big, and you'll mistake it as being something heavy. It's not. Like, for instance, I have something right here to my left right now that's standing right here. And I believe it's Archangel Michael. Michael, show your blue color. So So I'm feeling something very big right here, right now. So, but it's just crazy how it works. The other thing to be familiar with is the meridians on the body. Okay, the meridians is the natural flow of the chi or the Reiki. Okay, going through the body. Now with my tuning forks, I'll show you where I hit with my tuning forks. And I didn't know about meridians. It's kind of crazy. I learned meridians after I was doing it. I always do first and then learn, hey, that's why I'm doing that. It's crazy. It really does. It's a wonderful magical world. It really is. So I hit the tuning forks first. I start at the very, very crown. Okay, your pineal gland or your pineal gland, or whatever you want to call it, is located right in the two hemispheres of the brain. Then I hit the two outer points of the skull here in the temple area. And then I go down and I hit the throat chakra area. I get right in here. This is your lymphatic system. So I'm clearing the throat chakra out and I'm doing what I call the dump. I'm dumping stuff that's caught up in your lymphatic system. I'm dumping it and I'm trying to push it down your body to get it to come out your feet. Okay. The next place that I hit is here, and on the other side, which you can't see. That's her. Okay. I hit here with my tuning forks. Up. See over here, look, it just went down. So, and then I hit here in the arms, the crooks of the arms. Okay, I hit those two spots with my tuning forks. Then I go into the wrist. Okay, I hit here on the wrist as well, and then I go right for the middle of the palm of your hand because this is activating the chakras in your hand. Then I go down to the middle finger because I'm pulling the energy down to the middle finger, and then it will continue to go back up again, and it cycles through the body. The next place that I hit with the chakra, with my tuning forks, is actually the heart chakra, which is located right here. I nail it here, but with my tuning forks. The tuning forks, believe it or not, are so powerful that if somebody has a defibrillator in their chest, I cannot use them. Okay, I can use them on the arms and the legs, but I cannot go in and hit that heart chakra with them because I can disrupt the electrical impulses of their heart. That's how powerful those tuning forks are. Okay, so the next place I hit is the solar plexus where you see conception vessel, that's CV. I hit there. The next place that I hit is where it says kidney. I nail there too. And then I go down to the knees. They always forget the knees. The knees tells you your history. That's where you've been your entire life. Those knees know where you have been. I hit the knees, the back of the knees, or the side of the knees is where I usually hit. And then right down to the ankles, right below your ankle bone on the inside of both feet. I nail there as well. And then I hit the bottom of the foot as well on both feet. This pushes and knocks out all the blocks, okay, on somebody's body. And then I work my way back up to the head, and then I start doing my violet flame. Be a dragon. This is the best thing you can do. Be a dragon. When I pull energy or burning energy, or I actually, again, Reiki's personal, the shaman in me, when I see a block or a dark area, I will actually hold my hand there and I picture pushing my fingers down into their physical body, and I picture grabbing it and I pull it out. And you'll see me instantly put my other hand in the place because I want to fill that void with light. You never ever remove anything without pushing light back into it after, because you're leaving a big gaping hole for something else to come along and, hey, there's an easy spot. Path of least resistance. Something will attach there. I'm holding the negative energy or whatever I just felt I pulled off their body, and guess what I do with it? I blow the violet flame on it. That way I'm not dumping it on my floor, because I do Reiki on people in my house, and I don't want their energy and stuff being left behind on my floors, not to mention I have things in my house that can feed off that energy, okay, because I'm in a very extremely haunted house, okay? So by me doing that, being the dragon, okay, when I'm upset or not feeling, I'm just feeling stressed, violet flame. I picture all the stress in my body coming out as black, and as I blow it out, I'm transmuting it from black, icky energy, and I'm transmuting it to this beautiful light energy of Yes, Saint Germain. So that's really cool. The other thing too to know about Reiki, and you don't need to know this, but it is helpful. Remember, the number one rule of Reiki is never diagnose somebody with an illness. I have to stop myself because I can see things and I can feel things in people. The people that I tell are usually friends. And that's like I said, the ovarian thing that was a friend of mine, that was a family member. So that's the only time, that's the only exception. But you never want to diagnose somebody. You don't want to scare them. That's the biggest thing. Just let them know, hey, you may have problems here. I saw somebody and somebody else, and I mentioned about going to see a doctor and just having it looked at, and they did. So that just makes me feel better, and it makes the client feel better. But don't diagnose people, because if you're wrong, number one, they're not going to trust you and they're not going to come back. Number two, you don't want to scare your client. The client is there for a reason, to feel relaxed. When people leave my chair after I do Reiki on them, they look like spaghetti. Flappy cooked spaghetti. They feel very relaxed. I don't ask them to tell me what the problem is either. I used to do that. In the beginning, you will do that. It's nice. In fact, in the back of the book, if you look, I believe on page... it's nice because in the book it does have an anatomy in the book here, which is nice. That is on page 145 and 144. They do have forms in the back of the book that you can print off on page... Give me a page number. Goodness gracious. Yeah, it's in the back of the book, and it's no page number where I'm at, of course. But if you notice in the back of your book, there is actually a Reiki client sheet, so you can actually write down why the person's there, what their complaints are, and so forth. I usually don't ask. I like to find it for myself. It's kind of a game I play. And I focus on those areas, and when I'm done, usually the pain is gone by the time they leave. So the 12 hand positions of Reiki, okay? The eyes. This would be something you would do for self-healing Reiki. This is what you can apply to yourself, okay? These are also known as the Raji. Where's my pepper here? My Raji hand positions. Raji Ho. There we go. Okay. So, translated to English means Reiki power, and Ho means methods. This method is mentioned, okay, don't need to know that. It consists of 3 short rituals. They're carried out before each treatment, okay? So let's try this, guys, before I get into the 12. Okay, fold your hands in front of your heart chakra in the Gaso posture again. This time, leave the space open. Picture that violet flame in there, if you would. Okay, this isn't the holy flame. This is the violet flame, because I want to ignite this in you for right now, if we could. And this is going to stay with you as long as you keep working with it. And that's the beauty of the Reiki, that even if you finish working on a client and they go home, it continues working on them after they've left you. So that's kind of crazy. 3 days, I always tell my clients. For some reason, 3 is the magic number. I don't know if it's Father, Son, Holy Ghost. I don't know. But 3 seems to be the magic number. When I work on people, they feel wonderful after they leave, and I tell them give it 3 days for all the energy to settle and to get to the places where it needs to go and stuff. So the 3 days is usually when they feel optimal. Yay, I feel awesome. Okay, so fold your hands in the Gasa position, pointing at your heart chakra, okay? And close your eyes. Take a nice, slow, deep breath in again. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Keep your eyes closed. Relax your hips. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. Okay. All right, so this is very simple to do. Ask the Reiki power to flow through you. Ask it now, guys. Say it right out loud. I ask the Reiki fire to please begin to flow through me. Within a few seconds, you will notice how it flows. Perhaps you will feel it enter through your crown chakra. or you may notice it first in your heart chakra or in your hands. It doesn't matter in which part of the body you feel it first. That doesn't mean you're good or bad or ugly or anything, okay? It's just how, if you have blocks in your chakra system, it's going to enter the easiest way, okay? Remember, there's path of least resistance, okay? Okay, so perhaps you feel it at the base of your feet, okay? It doesn't matter which way it occurs. You can also use the distance, and I'm not going to mention the distance symbol because that's usually, sorry. So repeat 3 times. I ask the Reiki power to begin to work through me. Focus with intent, believe it is happening. I am asking the Reiki power to start to begin to flow through me, feeling it flow through me. Okay. Pray for recovery and health. If you have any problems in your body right now, I know there's some people in here with stomach issues and so forth. Concentrate on the area. Ask the Reiki. God, I keep wanting to say Holy Fire Reiki. Ask the Reiki to go down into that area now. Okay. Pray for recovery of the patient or the client. So you go into the gassel position. Anytime I begin working on a client, I instantly go, when I'm beginning, like I said, my Reiki, I instantly go in that gassel position. It lets my guides know she is ready, okay? Instantly, I feel the heat coming into me, okay? Don't be surprised, too, that after you've taken in the Holy Fire Reiki tonight, that part of it, you may feel cold, and it will do just the opposite. What it is you're releasing what they call the Kundalini. And if we go back down here to the chakra system, Kundalini lays in the base root at the bottom there, okay? And that red color, okay? It lays dormant like a snake. And when you start working spiritual stuff, and this is how it works, it starts to come awake and it goes through the chakras just like this, creating more vortexes as it goes up. Then it goes up to the crown chakra and then it starts to snake back down again, okay? This is called the release of the Kundalini. I had this happen, but it wasn't done naturally through Reiki. You guys, this is all natural, so it's not going to happen the way it happened to me. I was actually, because of that attachment I had, I woke up having convulsions in bed. It was causing me to have a sleep paralysis. I could hear it talk to me. I could hear it say nasty things. I was in that flight for fight, scared, crapless mode, okay? But when that happened to me, I remember feeling a rush of burning hot lava, and that's just what it felt like. It ran straight up my spine. Like I said, it goes up through your spine. It runs through your spinal fluid, okay? And it ran up through the nervous system of me. And then when it came back down, it was freezing cold. I was actually freezing. I was shaking like I was out in freezing cold. This happened to me one night after this attachment really did a number on me, and I thought I was dying. I really did. So I'd rather open this up in you guys the correct way through the Holy Fire Reiki, and I promise this isn't going to happen to you. Like I said, the worst thing that's going to happen is maybe a few headaches. You can have loose stools. It will cause that. There's a purging process. Yes, you will purge, usually for 3 days. That's why I say 3 days. Wait 3 days and then you'll start to feel better. You may purge for like 3 days. You may feel a little queasy. What it's doing is it's going through and it's eradicating anything that is low frequency that might be feeding off your energy, draining your energy. This is going to give you back your life, guys. This is going to give you back your energy. This is going to give you back your power. So what I need to do right now, okay, I want to go back to these hand positions and then we're going to move on. All right, so the eyes, again, you usually start at the top of the body. The eyes, you can cover their eyes. And again, you don't want to apply pressure. You don't want to hurt anybody. You want them in a receptive state. When you start hurting people, they're going to tense up and it's like, it hurts, man. You don't want that. So you want to be very relaxed. So I usually, if this was the face here, I would very lightly put my hands over the eyes if I have to go for the eyes. I usually don't even do the eyes. Usually the hand position I go for first is just right here at the temples. I like working at the temples because that is the thinnest part of your skull, and to get the energy in there. I want to get that energy in there, as well as also to working at the top of the head. Then we have the temples, as you can see here. Then we're moving down to the throat. Remember, you don't want that throat chakra trapped or clogged, because that's the bottleneck to the body that's coming down from source. And if that's blocked, you're not going to get that frequency from source coming in. That's why ground and center. If you don't feel the energies flowing, always ground and center. I have wonderful meditations. Feel free to hit me up anytime. I promise I will answer you. The base of the skull, this is where my attachment was, is right where she has her hands there. The base of the skull, I have 4 collapsed discs in my neck, and I have a huge titanium plate in my neck because of this. So that is one of the places that they usually will attach, is at the base of the skull. Moving on to the heart center, and then to the solar plexus is another hand one. Navel, the groin area. And again, if you don't feel comfortable going down and getting near somebody's groin area, you don't have to physically touch the groin area. You can hold your hands above it. You don't have to physically put your hands in their groin. All right, top of the shoulders, shoulder blades, waist, and the coccyx area. Now remember, it's good to remember that the chakras and that life, that Reiki runs up and down the spine, okay? So basically, if you just hit along the spine, if you're not sure, just go along the spine. Just go where you feel like you want to put your hands. Again, it's all personal here, okay? So now I need to start talking about the formless realms and all these lovely things, okay? So if anybody wants to grab a drink right now or do anything along that line, now's the time to do it, because I'm going to take a little sip off of my drink over here, because I'm talking too much. All right, Center of Philosophy, I have it. Here we go. Taking a drink. I'm going to go back over the comments, okay? Kat will have to order the book from the site. Oh, good night, Chris. Sorry, honey. I actually do have another book, Dennis. If you want to, I believe below I have my email address. If you just want to hit me up with your address and stuff, and we can, or hit me up in Messenger too on Facebook. We can talk and we can discuss it there. But I do have an extra book that is handy with me now, that is brand new, along with the certificate too. So if you wanted to go that route with it. So absolutely. So everybody doing okay? Hanging in there? Okay, because I wanted to kind of throw some exciting stuff at you, and I wanted to get that Reiki kind of moving through your bodies now. I wanted to activate the violet flame of Saint Germain. I use it all the time. He's amazing. I actually have a physical picture of Saint Germain that we were working on a case, and we were dealing with some very, very dark negative forces, and we actually have a picture of him, and I can share it with you on our site later on. So awesome, Dennis. Fantastic. Okay. So the center's purpose. All right. The center's philosophy for the Holy Fire Reiki: honesty, clarity in one's thinking. Okay. The willingness, this is important, to recognize prejudice in one's self and replace it with truth and love. Have compassion for those who have decided not to do this. Okay. If they choose not to do Reiki or whatever, understand. Not everybody. In fact, I had my IT guy was here, and I offered him free Reiki, and no, that's not for me. So hey, I'm cool with that. All right, speaking the truth without judgment or blame. This is the hardest thing to do, I think, is not judging people. It's really hard. I still catch myself sometimes. I really do, and I nope. I'm not going to do that way. I'm not going to think like that. You have to. That's that neutrality. That's the neutrality. Here it is. Okay, that's 250 frequency there. That's a neutrality. Don't be judgmental. We're not here to judge. We're here to help. That's the whole idea of taking these Reiki classes, to help others. Respect for the rights of others to form their own values and beliefs, okay? I speak of the afterlife. I speak of attachments. I speak of things that have happened to me. I'm not asking you to believe what I have to say. I'm just sharing stories with you from my personal experience that have happened to me, okay? I'm not asking you to believe in my beliefs. All I'm asking again is have an open mind and an open heart and just listen. That's it. Okay, I'm not asking you to change your beliefs. I'm just put them aside for a minute and just let me talk for a second. It just goes on. All right, placing greater value on learning from experience and inner guidance than one teachings of authority. I had somebody contact me when I put up my Reiki class, and they says, "Oh, where did you teach? I've got the holy fire. It's the world peace Reiki going on here." And I said, all you have to do is just read a little bit in the description, and all my information's there. And I went back to see if they answered me, and they retracted their statement and went away. So you will have people that will, no, that's not it, or yeah, they feel they're better than you. So basing the value of theory and technique on I'm sorry, guys, I'm on page 9 for you guys that are in your book. Sorry, loves. Basing the value of theory on technique on the variable results it helps one achieve. Being open to results rather than attached to them. So remember, being that open mind, it's so important. Taking personal responsibilities for one's situation in life. Stop blaming all your crap on other people. You're here because you allowed things to take place in your life, and that's why you're here. How do you know that this isn't one of your life lessons that you agreed to come back and learn, okay, and rise above? This is something the soul's about the experience and the evolution of the soul. When people think, oh, I'm trying to reach enlightenment. I call you the enlightenment ones for a reason. You're already enlightened. You're here for a reason. Your mind is open. Your heart is open. You're enlightened. You're not one of the sheep that's going around that's oblivious to the spiritual realm. And I don't care what you believe. I believe in everything, not just Jesus Christ, Mother Mary. I believe in Hindu. I believe in Lord Ganesha. I believe in many beings. I work with them all. They all exist. It's that big melting pot of spirituality. Love one, love thyself, love them all. Taking personal responsibility for one's situation in life, assuming that one has the resources to resolve any problem encountered or the ability to develop those resources. Using negative and positive experience to heal and grow. This is the densest realm to be in, is the gross realm, which is this earthly realm that we're in. We're here for a reason. The life lessons suck. They do. But when we learn and we take the bull by the horns and say, you're not going to break me. These back surgeries are not going to break me. I refuse to be in a wheelchair the rest of my life. I'm not going to be that person. When you say no, and you take that responsibility for yourself and you rise above these life lessons, you become more enlightened, but you're already enlightened because you guys are brilliant. You have beautiful hearts, you have beautiful souls, and that's why you're here. You want to learn more. You want to help, help yourself and others. Trusting completely in the higher power, regardless of the name one chooses to call it. If I say God, that instantly shuts people up, and they look at me and then they instantly turn away, because there's atheists out there. So I refer to it as universal energy, source. It depends who I'm talking with. I will say God, I will say Jesus Christ, I will say Kuan Yin. These are real people. They all lived once upon a time, okay? Their immortal souls have carried on, and they're still doing their job from the other side. But they're real beings. They're not mythical. They're not. Okay, so back to more hand positions. Here we go. Self-healing hand positions. Position 1. Oh, sorry. The complete expression of love is the highest goal. So that is the whole point of Reiki. So the self-healing hand positions. Okay, position 1, again, over the eyes and the temples, the throat, the back of the skull, as we saw, the heart chakra, again, over the lungs. Now we're going down into the solar plexus, a little bit lower, below. And then we're, again, Position 7, 8, and 9 can be accomplished with one hand position. You don't have to go and go down through all those positions. Again, these are guidelines. Reiki is personal. You're gonna go where you feel your hands need to go, okay? The pose optional. If you're sitting, I usually have my hands on my hips like that. Position 11, the back of the neck. 12 is trying to get behind the scapulars or your shoulder blades there. 12, again, alternative, you're working down the spinal column on that position, as well as 13 and 14 and 15 down to the lower lumbar region into the costic area. Again, these other positions, if you get knee problems, put your hands there. Position 17, bottom of the feet, very important. I pull cords out of people from the bottoms of their feet. And so that is a very, very good position to go down to the feet. But again, you want to work from the head, working down to the feet when you are doing the Reiki. Okay, so we're on page 10, guys, okay? The Holy Fire Reiki 3, Karuna Reiki. I know we haven't done 1 yet, but this is where we're shooting for, is 3, okay? By taking the class, all Reiki class will be upgraded to the Holy Fire 3. This includes Reiki 1, 2, and up to the master level. In Karuna, attunements will no longer be given. In other Reiki classes, they give attunements. There is no attunements with this because the Reiki teacher does not need to put the attunements in you. You don't have to push the tongue to the roof of your mouth and hold it there while I do stuff to you. This is coming from source. This is coming from God. This is coming from universal energy, whatever you want to call it, whatever you feel comfortable with calling it, call it that. Attunements will no longer be given. Instead, in Reiki 1, 2, and 3, replacements will be given in the Reiki Master, the Karuna Master. I'm skipping over the word Usui because this doesn't apply here, guys, and you can do the Karuna without doing the knowing and having the Usui. The Usui is actually just a step below, and then it goes up to the Karuna Reiki. I'm taking you above the Usui. Some of these Usui classes can charge up to $500 to take these classes. This class that I'm teaching you guys, these 3 classes that I'm teaching you and taking it to the master level, they run anywhere from $600 to $1,000, depending on where you go to find them. So, and I'm offering this if you want to take it to the master level with the book and certificate for $100. So I think that's a bargain basement deal there. But again, I'm going to see you. I was going to have the master class private, but I'm not going to do that now. So if you do not want the certificate or the book, which you don't need because I'm going to be working through the book with you, you can actually go ahead and take this all the way up to the master level, and you can actually open up your own practice in doing Reiki, even though you do not have a certificate. But it's nice to have that certificate hanging on your wall. But again, it's just to get registered into the International Reiki Association thing there. So ignitions will be given. Instructions on how to give placements and ignitions are included in this manual and are taught in class. In addition, the class outlines for all the classes are also included. So in the book, so if you decide to take it all the way up, this is a teaching book. All the lesson plans are actually in this book and tell you how to actually teach your classes. You can see on my notes there at the top. The only thing I don't really care about the book is it kind of bouncing around, and they don't make it go, you do this first and do this first and do this first. You got to figure out what you got to do first. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go down now here. Karuna in Sanskrit, okay, is a word used in Hinduism, Buddhism, and Zen. It is translated to mean any action that is taken to diminish the suffering of others, and could also be translated to compassionate action. So Karuna means compassionate action. When individuals experience enlightenment, they report that all the beings are known as one. Okay. Therefore, it is natural to extend compassion, action, or karuna to everyone without distinction, because we are all connected as one. As we help others and aid them in their healing process, all beings benefit. Because of the oneness of all beings, it is understood that karuna is not only extended to others of love, but also because it's an entirely logical thing to do. In the same way that you would want to heal your own wounds, you would also want to heal the wounds of others so that they may heal, okay? I'm not going to read any more on that because I really have a lot I got to do here. I am going to go over to page 11, though, at the bottom, Holy Fire, a new Reiki energy, okay? Actually, you know what? I'm going to skip that one because I already read that to you how it came to be, and that is of the vibration of love, okay? So let me go in here. Ascension, Karuna 1, Reiki on self. Okay, so the difference between Karuna Reiki 1, Karuna Reiki 2, Karuna Reiki 3, which is the master level, the difference between those is Karuna Reiki 1 is when you're done with tonight, you'll be able to do Reiki on yourself. That is level 1. Level 2, when I am done with you, you will be able to do it on yourself as well as others, okay? And you can actually start having people come to your house if you want to start doing Reiki and practicing on them, okay? The master level, okay, means you can actually teach as well as create a business for yourself. That's the Reiki level, master level 3, and that's the difference between the 3. Okay, so I get that one. Timing portal. Yes, it's perfect timing. Introduce the Reiki Usui symbols. Okay, so here we go. Not doing Usui symbols. Ignore that. All right. So normally I'm only going to give you 5 tonight because I am giving you the Holy Fire Reiki symbol because I'm going to ask you to activate it in yourselves tonight before you leave. So I'm going to show them all to you. Okay. The second class, which will be the next class for the Reiki, is going to be May 11th at 8 p.m., okay? Because I want to give this a full month for this to go in and do its thing that it needs to do to your body. It's going to purify. It's going to remove blocks. It's going to remove any spiritual attachments, and we're going to be talking about them in a moment, in the formless realm as well. Excuse me. So that's that, and I think I'm done with that book, so get rid of that. Okay, just trying to eliminate stuff off my desk here. All right, so the Holy Fire symbols, here they are. All right, so the first 4 symbols with the Holy Fire Reiki Class 1 starts off at Zonar, okay? These are Reiki symbols. You can either draw them in the air in front of you, you can draw them over the client, you can draw them on the palms of your hands. You can draw them on, in fact, the Rama there at the bottom, that is a grounding and centering. That is a wonderful, wonderful one. And I'm going to tell you what exactly it does. But that's great to be drawn on the soles of the person's feet at the end of your Reiki session because it regrounds them and it helps the energy and all the things to come and the negative stuff to come out of their bodies, okay? This is a purification tonight, guys. I'm trying to purify. I love you guys the way you are. Please know that. But I'm trying to purify your energy so you're not getting sick all the time, so you're not being tired all the time. I know there's a lot of you that, like us, we deal with spirits that are attached to dolls and stuff, and we bring them into our house. And if our frequency's low, these things can drain us and feed off of us. We don't want that. Okay. So another book I'm working out of, which you do not need. I like this book. This is the Karuna Reiki 1 and 2 practical manual. You don't need it, but the reason why I like it is because it has my symbols very easily found. So starting with Zonar at the top left, Zonar, okay? You would draw this, as you can see, the 1, 2, 3. Okay, so Zonar, you would just draw a regular Z, okay? Going to be backwards to you guys. Sorry, the way I'm drawing it. Okay. And then you go to the middle and you start 1, 2, and 3. You bring it around 3 times. Okay. What this does is this Zonar heals on the cellular level. Okay. Page 22. Oh, no. Sorry. Wrong book. Sorry, guys. I do have these in this book. Yeah, I can tell you what page they're on if you guys want. I believe I have it marked. Hang on. Ocean of Love. Meditation. Master of Mission. I found the Code of Ethics. When you're not looking for something, you find it. Okay. This is why I like my other book, because it's the only thing in there is actually the symbols. Give me 1 second, guys. Talk amongst yourselves. Okay, here they are. I'm there. All right, so we're starting at page. I'll work out of this book. It'll be easier. We're on page 37 in the book, guys. So Zonar is the first one, okay? So page 37. So Zonar heals on a cellular level, heals past life issues, heals child abuse. I'm not going to go into detail on it because, like I said, this is a long class and we're almost at 2 hours now. So heals on a cellular level, heals past life issues, heals child abuse, heals karmic issues. Now we move on to Halu. Halu is the next one down, okay? Halu works in many ways like Zonar, okay? But it heals unconscious patterns. It heals the shadow self, heals sexual and physical abuse. So if you know somebody that has been physically or sexually abused, that helps with that. Dispels psychic and psychological attack. If somebody's being psychically attacked by a negative spirit, this is a good one to draw over the client or on the client. Aloe is a powerful healing tool. All right, then we move on to Hearth. I'm not going to do the other side tonight because, like I said, this is going to be a long class, and that is the Reiki 2 that those other symbols are for. So I'll just tell you their names and how to pronounce them, but we're going to drop the right hand side of that for tonight, okay? Hearth helps heal relationship. That's the third one down on the left. Develops good habits. Heals addiction. So if you know somebody that might have a drug or alcoholic addiction, this would be a great one to use on them. Spells compassionate action and contact spiritual beings. So if they want to have more help with their psychic abilities, again. Rama, as I said, the lower left there, heals lower chakras, clears the minds. This is the grounding one. That's great. Clears the mind, clears the room of negative energies. If you guys have ever noticed upstairs on the boards in the attic, I have Rama drawn on the ceiling to try to keep things neutral and to calm things down up there. Harmonizes upper chakras with the lower chakras in the body, creates determination and completion, manifests material goals, and also completing of a session. So this is usually the last one I will do on somebody. Then we have Nosa. Looks like Gnosa at the top right hand there. I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet. People that have the books, you can actually go in and read it. You know what? I may as well. Here we go. Nosa connects the higher self with the lower self, improves learning ability, heals communication, and increases creativity. Eva. She's the third one down. They don't have it. I don't have it in the correct. All right, so Eva would be the next one down. So the third one down is Eva. Claim your power. This is a power symbol. This is actually, I believe it's one of the master symbols. Helps codependence, heals reality awareness, empowers your goals, and heals the earth. This is a great one to draw on the earth or draw on a rock and just, it helps to heal. Shanti is the next one. That's at the bottom there. Brings peace and creates trust in life. Heals insomnia, heals fear and panic, manifests the best results, increases clairvoyancy. And then we have Krya, which is the second one down on the right. And as you can see, all the arrows show you how to draw them. Krya, again, is also grounding, manifests goals, creates priorities, and heals the human race. And the master symbol, which I usually don't tell you, but I'm going to tell you tonight because you can go look it up, is actually, this is the holy fire symbol right here. Okay, guys? This is the master symbol of holy fire in Karuna Reiki. It is drawn by starting at the bottom left, going up the left side, and then you go down the right side to that 1, 2, 3. It's the Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost, whatever you want to call it. But that's, again, it's non-religion, please. So that is the holy fire Reiki, and I can show you it. This is the symbol, what it looks like here. I can show you it here. So tonight, if you have your pens with you, it almost looks like a claw. Rawr. Okay. If you have your pens with you, go ahead. So you would go up this way, then to the 1 point, and then 2 points, and then 3 points, and then come back around to the bottom. That is the Holy Fire Reiki symbol. What I do is I draw it, usually just with my hand. I drew it tonight with a pen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And then I slam my hands together. And I usually say it in my head. I call upon the Holy Fire Flame. I call upon the Holy Fire Flame. I call upon the Holy Fire Flame. Again, 3 has power to it. You want to repeat things in 3s. There's also chanting and toning, which we'll talk about later on. Another important thing in Reiki is what's called the dry rub or the brush, okay? When you're working with a client and you're putting your hands and touching them and stuff, you're getting into their auric field, okay? Or their biofield. There's their biofield. You're getting into that area, and you don't want, if they have disease or if they have sickness, you don't want to keep that on your body because you can take on their symptoms. So it's easily focused on feeling or removing toxins, debris, low vibrating energies, and energy blockages within, like a dry brush. Transfer energy to the earth as you are already grounded. Focus that all the negative energy are flowing into the ground when you move your brush down to your feet. So again, as we heal from head and work our way down to toe, we also do the dry brush. This is the dry brush right here. I usually do it 3 times, okay? You're going to see stuff. This is dust that's going to be in front of me. And then I go down my body. I'll dry brush my legs, and I'll dry brush down to my feet, okay? I'm removing that excess energy. Then the other thing I do, and again, it's all personal, they're in my house. I just dumped them on the floor. Now I'm blowing the violet flame. I'm transmuting that negative energy that just dropped on the floor. And this is how it works. If you have a spirit that has not crossed over, it is living in your house, as I have many here. Many have died in this house, okay? And their energy comes around me, and I'm in a low frequency, and it's called being in their death state. And what happens is their energy comes near my energy, especially when I'm sleeping at night and I'm not paying attention to things being around me, okay? When I stay in this frequency, say somebody died of cancer, you can actually take on that frequency from that spirit and get cancer if it is in you and there's blockages going on. It makes you an easy target to take on the energies of these spirits. And spirits are always around us, even if you're not living in a haunted house. They're always around us, okay? So it's just crazy how it works. But always do the dry brush. That's the position to begin. Dry brush to end, okay? And the best thing that you want to do at the very, very end of any Reiki practice, biggest thing of all, gratitude. Gratitude can help heal the body, the mind, and the spirit. Always thank your spiritual family for when you're ending your Reiki sessions, okay? These are the people you're thanking. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Mother Mary, Kuan Yin, Saint Germain. I am God presence, okay? You want to thank them because they're thanking you. You've read my automatic writings from these beings. They all start off the same. Yes, your collective family of light is here, Catherine, and we are so proud of you. They want us healing each other and having that compassion and love for others. And it's so hard in this day and age with everything we're going through. I get that. I totally get that. But you have to go beyond that. You have to. I'm the blessing fairy. I go around and I bless everything and fine. And I have asthma and I smoke and I'm still blowing that breath everywhere. Probably taking years off my life. No, just kidding. So anyway, I'm going to jump back over to comments. Bye, Natalie. Good night, sweetheart. I'm sorry, she's probably long gone now. So this is crazy stuff. And I know that there's a lot in here that I'm just kind of blowing at you. And again, please don't feel overwhelmed with this. The first class is the worst class because I have to go through a bunch of crazy getting through explaining what the Holy Fire Reiki is, which you know that, and the Master Attunements and so forth. So I think it's time for a meditation. What do you guys think? You guys want to take a quick little break? Do you want to go get a drink or something? Or, so, yeah, I'm done with that book. So, Mikey, get rid of that book. Get all the stuff off my desk. Okay. So we are going to go back to here. I want to talk about, actually, you know what? The soul and the spirit defined, and I want to explain this to you guys. The soul is a repository of all our life experience from all our past lives, not just this one lifetime, okay? In between lives, our ego resides here as well. Values, beliefs, attitude about life, as well as God or lack of God or whatever you believe. Spirit. This is the part that is connected to source, connected to universal energy, source, God, whatever you want to call it. Spirit can evolve just as the soul can, okay? Meaning to develop a greater connection with God infinite. There is no limit to development of a spirit can reach through the experience of consciousness. You think God's it? That's the highest level. Guess what? God's still expanding too. This is what I've been told by the angels and what they tell me, that God has a connection, an etheric cord connected to every single soul here on earth. And he learns, or she learns, because it's actually kind of both. Okay, there's that balance. And they learn from our experience, and they expand and they grow and they continue on. And it's just so crazy how it works. Okay. So God infinite, there is no limit to their development as well. Spirit connects through the area of the solar plexus, which is your guts, right here. It's about 3 or 4 inches above your navel, okay? Connects there. I also know that it physically connects in the back here as well. Spirit guides do too. The spirit experiences the holy fire Reiki ignitions, which heals and refines the spirit's ability to receive God's blessings. This is your God-given right, this healing power, guys. It's time to use it. This process expands our consciousness, which will refine our feelings of joy, peace, love, gratitude, and for experiences. Okay, I'm going to discuss the 3 heavens, okay, guys? 3 heavens are here on earth, and I'm going to explain them to you. The first heaven is the atmosphere that surrounds the earth and earth itself, okay? The clouds, the birds, and so forth also includes the people where we live, both good and bad, humanity living together, cats and dogs, okay? That is the first heaven. The second heaven is the physical field of consciousness that doesn't have a physical existence, containing spiritual beings and all other energies. All beings of energies are all ego-based, okay? Anything that has not crossed over to go back to source has an ego. That's why you have Dave here in the house that was not too happy when we first moved in. He had ego going on there, okay? Meaning dualistic in nature and have a minimal amount of energy to work with. Why? Because these beings are not connected to source, okay? That's why they need us. They latch onto human beings because we are a limited source supply that they can latch onto and suck us dry, okay? And that's usually what they do. All beings and energy are all ego-based, as I said. Self-centered or being controlled by other self-centered spirits, low vibrational beings with hidden agendas. Even though they may present as higher vibrational beings, I have had things do this to me, present itself one way, and it's like, I know what you are. We have some upstairs that present them. I'm a little girl, and it's not a little girl, okay? They usually connect with our egos, making us feel special or better than others. Like you hear the stories of people playing on the Ouija board and, oh, it told me where to find my ring, and oh my God, I found it. It builds that trust with you, and then the shocks come in. It goes downhill very quickly, it really does, but it will sit here and try to get you to trust it and to let it into your life, because it all comes down to the power of free will, okay? God gift to us was free will. So when you tell a spirit, I don't give you permission to attach to me, you don't have the right, leave, it rightfully cannot stay because you just set your boundaries, and that is your God-given will. A spirit can't take you unless you give it the allowance to do so. So just remember that. They usually connect with our egos, making us feel special and better than others. Some will violate your free will. Yes, you will find those. The one that I had sure as hell did. I was praying, I was doing everything, telling it to get out and everything else. And it was horrendous. I was making my son a sandwich one day, and I was cutting it with a knife, and I heard in my head, do it. That was my turning point. I went outside and screamed at the top of my lungs, how dare you? So anyway, you got to bully the bully back, and it's just as simple as that. You cannot let them take over you. They keep us from living a happy, healthy, fulfilling lives. The third heaven is beyond ego and all the energies, and brings in this heaven are clear expressions of God's love, awareness, and power. There is nothing but pure, unconditional love for you here, as well as unlimited energy. So when you meditate, why do you feel better? Because you're reconnecting to source. You're reconnecting to that infinite energy of love. When you don't meditate and you just kind of let your casual chakra, your soul's hanging up back here, and it's not physically in your body because it comes and goes. You gotta go meet somebody for coffee across town somewhere. You gotta pull it back into your body sometimes. When you're feeling disconnected, in shamanism, they actually call what was it? I do soul retrievals. People's psyches will break off. People think that the soul is one solid thing. It is not. Think of an onion. It has many layers, okay? There's many depths to an onion, okay? And say if something traumatic, say something sexual happened, maybe grandpa did something bad he wasn't supposed to and he did it to me, part of that psyche breaks away, okay? And it may not even come back in this lifetime. This is part of your shadow self work. I keep telling you guys to do this stuff in your subconscious you're not even aware of. But it will come to the surface all of a sudden. Then you'll have a panic attack. Why am I having a panic attack? I know I'm fine. Why am I having a panic attack? Because something in your subconscious, maybe from another lifetime, has just surfaced to the top. And it needs to be dealt with. And how do you deal with it? Love, shadow work, healing with Reiki. You heal that stuff. You can't keep burying it. Do you realize even when you're a child and don't you cry, you're a boy, you're not supposed to cry. Something just went up in front of my face. Just them oppressing you with those words, that creates the shadow self. That's the beginning of it. Excuse me. So it's just so crazy how it all works. I got a drink here. Hang on. So those are the three heavens. Let's see here. When you ask for help, they will help us in the purification process of the holy fire Reiki experience. Our guides will come in. Guides guiding us back to source. Once you are connected to source and are operating in the third heaven frequency, your spiritual development is then turned over to source, and the holy fire Reiki takes over. I ask the holy fire to guide me in every aspect of my life, and what spiritual beings can contact me that are not of my vibration. Holy fire Reiki is the beginning of expansion of one's field of awareness in being introduced to a new amazing beginning, a new life. Okay, so I want to explain. Let me get into here, not the placements. I want to talk about the Holy Fire Reiki works off of 12 heavens, okay? I'm trying to find the shadow. Let's see here, the 12 of the formless realms. Okay, everybody, page 31, who is in their book. Okay, I'm going to talk about the formless realm for a second. The formless realm is an area of pure consciousness located above the heavens. All beings in this realm are in a state of pure bliss. In metaphysics, it is thought that it is out of this realm that the world of form originates. The name of the distant symbol, okay, again, this is This is Usui Reiki here. This kanji, Japanese Zen Buddhist mantras, means origin of pure consciousness. Or it's interesting to note that this understanding about how everything that exists originated out of the formless realm. So they're talking about the ether. You guys have heard me talk about the ether. It's also known as the astral realm. When a spirit dies and doesn't cross over, this is usually where they hang, okay? Even though a spirit can be in the room with me, they are still seeing when I ask them, what do you see? Darkness. What do you feel? Cold. When I hear those two answers, that tells me they are not crossed over. That's not what they're supposed to be feeling, okay? But even though they're in the room and it's a sunny day out, they will still tell me they see darkness. This is the formless realm that we are talking about, guys. Okay, this originated out of the formless realm has a parallel in the science astrophysics. When scientists contemplate the origin of the universe, they refer to it as the Big Bang. Time and space, along with energy and matter and known and unknown laws of physics and chemistry. In other words, everything that exists originated from the Big Bang. According to the theory, the Big Bang originated out of the singularity, which is a point with no dimension. When asked what the origin of singularity is, astrophysicists say that since everything that exists came from the singularity came into existence out of nothing. As they say, God does not have parents. He is created out of nothing. Okay, so the Holy Fire Reiki is based off of 12 heavens, and I'm going to go through them beginning on page 27. So if you guys are in your books, the 12 heavens, this is more nuanced understanding of metaphysical energies and is based on the experience of those who have a more sensitive awareness of higher dimensional consciousness. It provides a better understanding of the various kinds of energy that are around us so we can choose which energies are compatible and supportive of our healing and development. This concept has been expressed by others using different metaphors and descriptive methods such as the 3 levels of consciousness, or the second level being described as the astral plane, as I said. The first heaven. This is the atmosphere that surrounds the physical earth, as I said, including the air, the clouds, the rain, as well as living things in the atmosphere, such as birds, insects, and so forth, okay? It also includes Earth herself, which is Mother Gaia. That's the consciousness of Earth, is Mother Gaia, and all the people, living things on the planet. The first heaven is where we live. In this first heaven, there are people who have good intentions and want to help others, and there are people who want to take advantage of others. In fact, most people here seem to have some combination of healthy and unhealthy energies, values, and intentions. That's the first heaven. The second heaven is a physical field of consciousness that doesn't have a physical existence, okay? It contains spiritual beings. This is your ether. This is the astral plane, okay? Energies, concepts, and so forth. In the second heaven, many of the beings have unhealed egos, and that's the problem. When a spirit doesn't cross over, it's not because God doesn't want them. A spirit doesn't cross over because they don't feel they're worthy to cross. That's why I'm ordained. I make them feel worthy. I forgive you of your sins. Please cross over and go back to Great Spirit in the sky. Okay? So it's ego that's keeping them here. It's ego that's making them be bruised and broken. You have to heal the ego. You have to heal the shadow self to move on, to be that phoenix that rises from the ashes. This means they are dualistic in nature and have a limited amount of energy to work with. So what do? They go after us. We're made of 5 elements: earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. Most beings that haven't crossed are made of 2 elements, okay, that are not human, okay. I'm made of 2 elements, and that is air and fire, and this is usually your nasties that want to attach to us, like the nasty I had, okay. That's why they need a physical human vessel. They need to ground themselves. They want to try to control your vessel. So if you know you have a spiritual attachment, I'll tell you how. You're a emotions start to change. You're not working in your regular emotions. If you're normally a happy-go-lucky person, all of a sudden you're just in a crappy mood all the time, and you feel sick, and you feel tired, and you're sick and tired. That's usually a sign that something's attached to you. I talk about doing soul retrievals on people when part of your soul breaks off, and it may be broken off in other lifetimes. We lived in barbaric lifetimes, not just in this one lifetime, and bad things have happened to it, and parts of our soul break off. This is the time to heal it, because we're not in those barbaric times. I mean, I know we've been through, the COVID stuff and everything else, and we wonder what's going on with the government and so forth. But anyway, my point is that we're in a safe zone. So now is the time to heal. They tell me the karmic debt is due, because in order for the earth to go into the new earth, okay, we have to heal the egos. We have to heal the shadow self. And we can do that through Reiki, healing ourselves as well as healing others. And this is why I'm offering this class for free. It's all about bringing the light to earth right now. Healing Mother Gaia, she's growing up. She's becoming evolved. She's going up an ascension process, and she can't do it if all our egos are still hurting, because our low frequency keeps her sick, keeps her from evolving up, okay? And the stuff and the destruction that we do to her as well, okay? So, the majority of the beings and energies here in the second heaven are self-centered and are being influenced by other self-centered spirits. The second heaven can also contain spirits with highly refined energies that are very impressive to earthlings, but still have unhealed egos. They usually have hidden agendas, and because of this have a low vibration, even though they represent themselves as having a higher vibration. They can provide help, but it is of much lower quality. You will actually have spirit guides. I had a couple that were helping me when I first got started out, and when I took on the Holy Fire Reiki, because my frequency went above them, they actually broke loose and left. And they weren't bad spirits. They were just lower frequency spirits than your ascended masters and your angelics and so forth, okay? And again, this predates religion, guys. They can provide help, but in such lower quality that even in the third heaven or higher, but it represents as though it is the ultimate source of help and guidance. They usually connect with our egos of those that work with making them feel special and better than others. They can pull, in fact, my spirit guides do this. We're so proud of you. But it's all positive stuff. They've never told me anything negative. And I know what I'm talking to. I feel what I'm talking. I've shared it with you guys. But I have been fooled. I will not deny that. I have been fooled by that thing that was attached to me. They can pull people in using deceptive methods to convert them to their way. One of the lower vibrational aspects of the second heaven is that the spirits and energies there violate free will. When a spirit tells you to do something, or you need to do this, or blah, 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 no. I work with angels. I work with very high spiritual beings, and they never tell me what I need to do. They might say, hey, send some energy down there, that type of thing, but they're not going to tell me, you need to do this, or you're going to burn in hell, and you don't hear that. In effect, if they are con artists and try to conceive people to trust them, they actually have a selfish agenda that they hide from the people that they work with. Okay, so that's the second heaven. Let's move on to the third heaven. As I said, the third heaven is a higher plane of existence where all beings have healed egos and are pure expressions of God's love, awareness, and power. These beings and energies have been open-hearted from love for everyone and everything. They are connected with unlimited energy, joy, peace, and happiness. Everything is good. The energy of this heaven is entirely healthy, uplifting, joy, caring, loving, peaceful, trustworthy, and life-supporting. And the third heaven energies can be powerful, able to overcome any difficulty that has been created by the second heaven energies of beings, and to purify and to heal and to empower in meaningful ways, okay? I'm going to move on to the fourth heaven, guys. The fourth heaven provides additional healing in preparation for entering the fifth heaven. This healing includes awareness of and trust of the idea that the higher way of living life is possible, involving the release of unhealthy competitiveness. You find this a lot in these ghost groups that we deal with. They're, oh, we're better than you, and we know this. And it's not about ego, guys. Acceptance of higher guidance and the gift of wonderful new energies that heal and empower you. The fifth heaven. When revealed, the energy of the fifth heaven begins a continuing process of leading the dormant self in direction of complete healing and allowing the authentic true self, and this is what the holy fire does, it brings in that authentic true self of yours, replace the culturally created self. What that means is we live in a society, they tell us how to act. You're not supposed to be fat, you're not supposed to be skinny. You know what I'm saying? That's the culturally created self. This process takes place at a pace that carries with each person, but can feel remarkably fast, yet smooth and stable. In class, during an ignition, often the authentic self can become visible to one's inner awareness, and one may be invited to enter into the authentic self. I actually did do this. My higher self, I call her Catherine. This is why I go by the name Cat. I'm not my complete self yet. I'm becoming there. So I refer to my higher self as Catherine, okay? This is the perfect form of you that works from love and light. There's no judgment here, okay? They just care about us and they want the best for us because they're part of us. We're part of all of this. And when we let that ego go in us and we realize, you know what, we're all connected. No one's better than anybody else. And you know what, if I know more than you do, I'm going to help you learn it. Here we are. Okay, I don't feel I'm better than you guys. I don't feel it at all. I love you guys. You guys make me shine. I love to teach. You guys make me shine. So God love you for being here. Okay. So the authentic self can become visible to one's inner awareness, and one may be invited to enter the authentic self. This causes the culturally created self to begin to release the process, which can be an extraordinary experience, okay? I will say you will have moments that you may cry. It's a purging. That's a form of purging. Remember I said you're going to purge. You're going to cry. You may have loose bowel movements, headaches. You may sleep a lot. That's another sign of it. You may sleep for not continuously, but you're going to feel drained and tired as this new energy is getting integrated into your physical body as well as your etheric body and your bioscan, your biofield, okay? When it gets integrated into that, it's removing toxins. And our body heals when we sleep. So it makes us sleepy. So this makes sense, okay? Even though with the process a person becomes connected to and works from the higher heavens, they are still very much present in their physical body, okay? As the energy from the heavens enters the physical body, the health and the well-being of the body increases, making it more comfortable to be in the body, enabling one to deal more successfully with life, helping solve any issues one might encounter, and helping one make use of opportunities as they arise. 6-7. On this level, the intellect begins a healing process rather than having an attitude that the ideas and knowledge one possesses makes one better than everybody else. They begin to value for how they can be used to improve the quality of one's life and the lives of others, including family members, society in general, in addition of love, of learning, and the knowledge in its application to everything life can develop. Improvements in communication can also take place. This involves a more thoughtful choice of words, making it more enjoyable for others to listen to what you have to say instead of complaining all the time and bitching about life all the time. When we try to stay in that neutrality, where to go? Here it is, neutrality, 250 frequency. When you start seeing things, the life lessons that you're learning as, damn, it's happening again. Instead of taking it that way and start seeing it from the neutrality point, oh, they're teaching me another lesson. I'm going to learn it this time because I don't want to go through this again. I got more things I want to learn. The words may also spontaneously begin to be combined with the holy fire 3 energy, making what you say feel soothing and even providing a noticeable level of healing for those you speak with. writing can be effective in a similar way. When I tell you guys, when I invite you to my channel, if I don't have you guys leave here feeling a little bit better than what you did coming in, I'm not doing my job. I suck. Okay? I want more for you guys. I want you to come in here and feel, a cat's on, yay! Let's go shine together. Okay? Because that's what we do. We're soul family. When you find your soul family, you shine, and you shine even brighter. The people that have ego, what do? They tear you down. So what do you do when they tear you down? You shine even brighter. That's what you do. Okay? All right. In addition, one may develop an interest in acquiring a greater depth of understanding in topics one has previously had an interest in, and also develop interest in studying new subjects. This could expand into learning. Okay, and we're moving down to the seventh heaven. Here we go. This level deals with healing the ego. Here we go, guys. In many spiritual metaphysical systems, it is taught that the ego is the enemy and then it must be negated and overcome. No, can't have ego. You can have ego, you just tell it to go sit in the corner every once in a while. That's what you're going to do. Even though it is taught, you don't need to kill it, or otherwise one must rise above the ego if one is to proceed forward on one's spiritual path. It is important to note that our observation one is being focused on here isn't the ego, but the unhealed ego. Okay, there's a difference. You have the ego, okay, can be a good thing. Then you have the unhealed ego. This is what's it called, guys? What's it called? Oh, that's the shadow self. That's the shadow work I keep having you guys do, okay? And for some unknown reason, even though healing is often part of the spiritual metaphysical studies, little is said about the possibility of healing the ego. However, the guidance we have been given through Holy Fire 3 is that while unhealed ego can be an impediment to one's spiritual development, the unhealed ego can be healed. We shall fix it. Okay? And once healed, it is no longer an impediment, but is able to fulfill a very important purpose. The healed ego is a vehicle for the expression of the higher consciousness in the material world. This remarkable idea that we had not heard of before, yet based on the experience of those who have taken Holy Fire 3 classes, it is apparent that many receive this important gift, healing of the ego. In addition, while it is rare, there is at least one other spiritual school that has this teaching as well. Guru, healed ego, if you want to see what I am talking about. Okay, moving on, we're going up to the 8th heaven here. The 8th heaven on this level is what we begin to appreciate more deeply. The fact that are self-aware and that this is a tremendous gift. Gratitude for this gift develops, opening one's awareness more fully, preparing us for the 9th heaven. As this happens, restrictions we have unknowingly placed on ourselves become known to us as illusions and fly away, disappearing into nothingness. Holy Fire 3 empowers this process, opening a clear space all around us in which we appreciate a lightness of being. Okay. Then we move on to the 9th heaven. The level is where a person begins to be aware. I'm on page 30, guys. Sorry about that. Be aware of their human divine nature. It becomes clearly understood and experienced that the physical body is the spiritual home of our divine consciousness. This process is unification in which what once seemed separate becomes lovingly compatible and harmonious, joined together. This merging results in a feeling that all is right within oneself and within everything around you. And this is what I feel, and it's a very lovely feeling, guys. It really is. When no matter what's going on in the world, no matter what I'm worried about and stuff, I have this place inside of me that is just so calm about, unless it's something to do with my computer, then I get upset. I'm trying to figure things out. I'm a smart person. Anyway, but there's something inside of me that just kind of clicks into place, and it's like I feel peace and I feel that pure unconditional love. And the beauty of this Holy Fire Reiki is you realize you're never alone. You're not. You're not. You have these lovely guides that all you have to do is go this, and they're instantly in the room with you. It's that simple. here we are. Okay, so it's really quite comforting to know that these beings are around me, especially when I go into dark places and I can feel the oppressive energy of other beings, because I'm very highly sensitive to these things. And I just, no, you have no power here. I don't give you permission. I have too much. And it's not that I feel that I'm all powerful and mighty. No, it's I have faith in what's around me and what's protecting my butt. Okay, there's a difference there. But I also do believe in my own power too, as well. So the 11th heaven, on this level, the awareness of the essential skills and abilities that are needed to fulfill one's life's purpose begin to be understood. Here I am teaching classes. Okay. This realization leads to one being motivated to acquire and develop these personal resources. And the 12th heaven, it is from this level of consciousness that people gain the understanding of their purpose here on Earth. I remember an automatic writing. Do you see that right in front of my face? There it goes. It just went down. That was weird. It was little tiny. It just went right over here and just came down. Just little tiny orb. I was going to say, the understanding their purpose on Earth. That was an automatic writing I had with Archangel Michael one day. He says, Catherine, you're better off than most. And I said, why? He says, because you know what your life's purpose is. You know what you're supposed to be doing. A lot of people just go around aimlessly, just in that autopilot, going to work, coming home, raising families. That's very important. But, not forgetting. We forget that we're naturally beings of love and light. We are put here in the gross realm, in the dense realm where these lower frequencies of energies are, and it turns us sour, it turns us angry, it turns us into these things that we are not. Edgar Cayce says it best. We have to spend as much time unlearning as we need to learn to teach ourselves, because a lot of stuff that we were taught in school is not right, okay? They never taught us that we had powers. They never taught us that we had abilities to heal. No, they told us that Columbus was a hero. That's why he just got Columbus Day pulled off the calendar, right? Smallpox, here we go. Anyway, so I don't get it. We need to learn and understand and remember. That's the whole point of us being here. They drop you behind that veil of amnesia. You got to remember who you are and remember what your purpose is here. Your purpose is here to help humanity. We are each upside down tuning forks. Do you realize that? We're little tiny tuning forks upside down, okay? And we're pillars of light. When we are connected to Source, and we are connected to Mother Gaia, we continuously, that light's going up us and it's going down us, and it's going up us and it's going down us, and we are the bringers, we are the star seeds, we are the bringers of the light to the planet Earth and to ourselves and to humanity and to heal. This is our God-given right, and this is why I'm giving these classes out for free. Okay. So, the 12th heaven, it is also a level in which an individual decides what type of consciousness and kinds of personal energy and knowledge they will need on their earthly path. At this stage of unfoldment, our divine consciousness becomes more fully embodied and begins to manifest and fulfill in our life's purpose. When you say, hey, I want to learn my gifts, I want to call my powers back to me, that's a lovely meditation to do. I call back all my powers, not from just life, from all my lifetimes. Okay, I call that power back to me. Okay, when you start calling that back and claiming it as yours, and you start remembering how your life, I promise you, your life is going to change. I absolutely promise. When you get your frequency up there and you start doing these things, that's when I met my friend Mike and Julie and Penny and all these lovely people that consider my soul family. Adam, Vincent, Jasmine, all of you guys here in this class tonight. And all those that may join, they're part of that soul family because they're seeking and they're learning, and you're getting that knowledge. And as above, so below. You heard me say that before. As we have that biofield, okay, that is around us. Where's my picture here? Where'd it go? I only got 30 of them in my face here. Okay, here's the biofield. So as we collect, we make this magnetic field around our bodies. The Earth has one too. And in this magnetic field of the Earth, it's called the Akasha Records. The Akasha Records is an endless spiritual library, and you can actually meditate and go find your file, and you can see all your past lives, who you were, female, male, female, cat, dog, rat, bug, insect. You have been it all. Why? Because the soul's about the experience. This is how we evolve. This is how we grow. Okay, so all these things, it's just crazy how it all works. So our divine consciousness becomes more fully embodied and begins to manifest the fulfillment of our life's purpose. You go up in frequency, you get closer to that Akasha records. Why do you think people call me walking Google sometimes? I'm tapped into that Akasha records because my frequency is that high. I'm in tune with that. I'm going to be teaching classes on the Akasha records too. But that's the reason why stuff kind of just flows out of my face and just okay, you know. I'm tapped into that frequency. It's like dialing in a radio. Okay, if you're on the AM channels, you're getting sick. You're not connected to source. You don't have the answers. You're looking. You're searching. You'd be the in the tarot deck, the fool. You can go anywhere and do anything, but you're searching for knowledge. Okay, get your frequency up to that neutrality and above, that love vibe, 528, and go up above that and above that. When you get up there in that frequency, you stay connected. You're not breaking that connection anymore to God, the Akasha records, and more knowledge starts to flow forth. It's really crazy how it works. So by opening this pathway in the future in which any obstacles that may be blocked on your journey are helped and released, creating feelings of trust, confidence, and the knowing that one will be successful. Okay. As one proceeds along this path, any feelings that have previously caused worry or concern in state of vigilance in preparation to ward off opposition to one's life are transformed into a state of heightened perception. In this state, there is awareness of the heavens and knowledge within one's core that the forces of the universe are rising up to support and fulfill one's reasons for being here. This allows one to relax and to feel safe, okay? You talked about the formless realm. Okay, the brothers and sisters of light, I do want to mention this because they are very lovely beings. At the beginning, okay, 2018, when we were receiving additional information, this is William Rand, he gives his personal experiences, okay? Development of the holy fire energy. One day I noticed that Jesus was sitting to my right side. He was there to inspire and guide me as he had been doing, but this time I also saw a presence on my left side. When I asked who this was, they told me, "We are the brothers and sisters of light." The energy around this group felt extraordinary, and I wanted to know more. In my next session with another person, Colleen Benelli, we learned a great deal about how they were and why they were here. They said that they had been in the formless realm, but realized that we needed help developing the holy fire energy. And to do this, they entered the world of form so they could interact with us. Saint Germain is actually, he does appear in physical form sometimes, so that's kind of crazy on that one. World form, and they could interact with us in the material world. To align more closely with human energy, they also took on gender. Later, I learned that part of the consciousness remained in the formless realm and part in the world of form. And by doing this, they can bring the consciousness of the formless realm into the material world, okay? This is how we manifest things. This group is composed of the founders of the world's religions and spiritual paths, and is also known as the Ascended Masters. As I said, here they are. When each was in the material world, the religious and spiritual paths they created were mostly separated from each other. However, when one goes up in higher states of consciousness, one gets to a place where the spirits of all of the founders have merged and have become one. This oneness is an important concept, and it explains in greater detail why all religions and spiritual paths have the same origin and that their founders have become one with each other on higher levels of awareness, okay? So becoming the true authentic self is the biggest part of the Holy Fire Reiki. You're becoming whole. I do want to talk on page 33, guys, goes in the book. Part of the healing activity of the Holy Fire is to heal oneself, which is a product of the cultural influences one develops into after being born. However, most people are aware to a greater or lesser extent of the possibility of becoming more than the person they were raised to be. These inklings of a more significant potential of ourselves are coming from our authentic self and can be a pathway toward a more expansive way of living. The culturally created self mentioned previously in the personality that most people have, it is essential to understand that religious trauma is part of the influence that shapes the culturally created self. Okay, again, we create, you're too fat, you're too this, you're too that. That's the culture that's creating that. Okay. Here we go. It's essential to understand that religious trauma is part of the influence that shapes and that is created by the culturally created self and contributes to the spiritual amnesia. Spiritual amnesia gets us every time, in which one forgets that one's true authentic self. Okay. That's us remembering, hey, I am a product of love and light. That's who I'm naturally supposed to be. When you start, that's your true authentic self. Okay. However, as an individual becomes aware of one's higher potential, one's philosophy of life changes, and mine has changed many times. Believe me, it's expanding. You always see more of the bigger picture over time. It just gets grander and grander, trust me. The process in which one's personality begins to cast off aspect of culturally created self in favor of qualities that arise from one's authentic self. This process is greatly accelerated when one becomes involved with the Reiki and especially with the Holy Fire Reiki, okay? And we're going to do a meditation in a minute, guys. I just wanted to blow through this real quick. In Holy Fire Reiki 3, this process intensifies and one's personality begins to heal more quickly, making the possibility of assuming the quality of one's authentic self more easily attainable. This healing process involves an awakening in which the transformation of the personality takes place so that one identifies more with the qualities of one's authentic self. Another way to describe this is to say that one's self-image merges with one's potential. Rather than thinking one's potential as a possibility that feels different than who you are, you start to feel that your potential is no longer a potential, but more and more of whom you are becoming. In other words, the process of becoming aware of your authentic self is a process of becoming your authentic self. One way to quicken this process is to think about your authentic self and feel what it feels like to be that true authentic self. I call it quantum leaping. When you take the emotion of something that you want and you pull it into the here and now, that's called quantum leaping, and it works. And I've done wonderful meditations and healed people by doing quantum leaping. Another method is to give yourself Holy Fire Reiki daily while you repeat this affirmation: I am my authentic self. I know things have changed in me because I used to get up every morning because of my back and not being able to sleep and this and that. And I get up in the morning and I complain. I get up in the morning now and thank you, everybody. I am the lovey fairy in the morning. I go outside and I talk to the birds. I go outside and I talk to whatever's out there. Mother Gaia, come on in. I go out every morning and I watch the sunrise because I'm usually up about 5:30 in the morning. Good morning, Helios. That's the consciousness of the sun. How are you doing? Okay, and I wish it a good day. And sometimes I get answers back, and it's crazy. But that's my truest, authentic self. I have gone from being grumpy to being loving everything. Sometimes I came inside crying this morning because that emotion was just. But I also did the holy peace. World peace meditation the other day, and so I'm purging right now too. So I think it's part of this hotness that's going on. I'm sweating right here. All right, so the spirit of Earth. I want to talk about Mother Gaia for a minute. The Holy Fire Reiki World Peace, which is the next step after this. I do have the meditation for that, and it's just a meditation. It's not going to be a long class like this. Um, Connects you to Mother Gaia is what it does. So here it is. There is a spirit of the earth that is a divine being. That's Mother Gaia, or whatever you want to call her, Mother Nature. Again, don't get caught up in the names. It's whatever you. Did you just see that? Something just went up over here. Or that was weird. Okay, I just saw something over there. That was interesting. This spirit watches over the earth and guides all forces of nature. The spirit not only guides the material world, but is part of it. It represents, it is present in all material things. The concept of Mother Nature is not just a metaphor, but is a description of the spiritual presence that exists. This fact means that the earth and the material world are just as divine as part of the creation. Whenever you enjoy the beauty of a sunset or sunbeams coming down through the clouds, or look at the mountain or a river on the ocean, or have feelings of peace and joy, you experience the spirit of Mother Gaia or Mother Earth. By giving holy fire Reiki to anything in the material world, you can experience the divinity that exists in each tangible thing more clearly. For an example, once you have the holy fire Reiki energy, try sharing it with a cloud. Yes. I share it with the center of the earth. They tell me that there's a central sun in the middle of the earth, and I put it in there because they tell me that dumping my love and everything in the central of the earth, they tell me in 5 minutes humanity can feel that love. That's how powerful you are, okay? Try sharing it with a cloud, a tree, a flower, the sky, a mountain, or a river, and I have done this. I have healed the river. Or the ocean, and each of these things will share its divinity with you and allow you to feel its peace and joy. You can also do this with other material things, such as a table, a car. I do it with my car all the time. I tell my car I love it. It's good. I'm putting good energy into the car. Even if it's not a conscious thing, there is some consciousness to it. If anything in that car is made of earth, air, fire, water, there's a consciousness there. Okay, so even if it's just in the parts of my car, by sending I get up in the morning, I have spirits all through this house, and I will say, "Good morning, house. I love you." When I leave, "I'll be back, guys." I talk to everything in the house when I leave, and I talk to everything when I come back. I even put out a cup of coffee for the spirits in the morning when I make my own self a cup of coffee. That's crazy, but it heals me. And it heals the house, and it heals the situation that I'm living in here too, because like I said, it's a very haunted house. Okay, so your belief is your reality. This is my reality because these are my beliefs. And again, I'm not asking you to take on my beliefs or my reality. I'm just sharing my experiences with you, okay, because I want to expand you a little bit more. You guys all have open minds and open hearts. So anyway, so let's move on. So several ways to activate the Holy Fire Karuna Reiki symbol. Let's do it now, people. Hey, take your hand. Okay. You can either take a pen. I'm going to do it here. You're going to watch me do it again. You go up on the left-hand side, come down 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point, and that is the Holy Fire Reiki symbol right there. Okay. So please draw this on one palm of your hand. You can do it with your finger. You don't have to do a pen, okay? Just that's all you got to do, okay? So everybody, if you can please do this now. I'm going to jump over to comments, make sure everybody's still here. Okay, review and always greater benefit. Oh, hello, Susan Rice. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Okay, so Holy Fire Reiki symbol, if we can just draw this on the palm of our hands with intent or with a pen, either or, that's fine. The Holy Fire Reiki Karuna symbol work the same basic way as the Usui Reiki symbols, but we're not doing Usui. Like I said, you don't have to have Usui in order to take on the Karuna Reiki. They are keys to activate the different frequencies of healing energy available to the Holy Fire Reiki. Now, if you're worried about learning the Reiki symbols, okay, I'm going to show you something to get around that too, but it's good to know them, definitely. But I found these beautiful pieces that you can buy on Amazon, okay? They actually are the Karuna Reiki symbols, okay? So those are really cool, okay? There's Zona here, okay? So I have them all, his heart. Oops, dropping some here. So this is Evie here. This is Evie here. So anyway, so these are all, this is the one for grounding yourself and stuff, but these are all the Holy Fire Reikis. They even have the Om one, that's the frequency. Remember I told you that is the sound of the universe, Om. In one of my automatic writings, you heard me say, read what they wrote to me on Catherine, your frequency. We hear you hum. There's a frequency, there's a sound to us, and they hear that. That is the frequency of the universe. When you go, Om, that you are aligning yourself to the frequency sound of the universe. Every single one of these, everything has a sound to it, has a frequency to it. Colors, numbers, letters, where do you think numerology comes into? Everything has a frequency to it. So that's kind of cool. But anyway, I just wanted to share these with you. These are one of these, I've had these for many years. And it's nice because if I feel that, all right, for instance, grounding. If I feel somebody needs to be grounded after their Reiki session's over, I may take this and just set it on the bottoms of their feet for a moment, and then picture pushing that symbol into the bottom of their feet, and that helps ground the energy that I just put into them, and so forth and so on. So anyway, so again, as far as, and this is the one thing I love about Karuna Reiki, even if you don't want to use any of these symbols, the only one you really have to know, the Holy Fire Reiki. You use this symbol, and then these other symbols enhance, okay? Those symbols enhance the Holy Fire Reiki. The Holy Fire Reiki knows what it needs to do, but say if somebody needs healing on a cellular level, I might use one of those and just kind of put the two of them together. There's also mantras where you can actually, and we'll talk about that on the Karuna 2 class, because I've been really keeping you guys here really super long. So anyway, so draw the palm of your hands, okay? Now let's say this, put your hands in the Gasha position. Again, I want your thumb pointed to your heart chakra, please. It's okay if you can leave that space because I want that fire. I want you intent, seeing that fire in there, okay? So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna activate the Holy Fire in you, okay, and on your hands. And what we're going to do is I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to walk you through just a tiny little meditation to activate it. I want you to pay close attention to the color of the flame that you might see. You might not see anything at all. You might just see something weird kind of going on. That's fine. Please write your experiences down, because I guarantee tonight, after you guys do some of this stuff, you're going to have either funky dreams tonight or crazy stuff. I woke up saying a ritual to Mother Gaia this morning, and I know it's from, because I just did the World Peace Holy Fire Karuna Reiki. I took that into myself 2 days ago, and yesterday morning I had a dream. I was drinking from a goblet from the earth. I scooped up and was drinking from the goblet of Mother Gaia, so that was kind of quite intense. So anyway, so I know that's going to, and I think that's why I'm sitting here sweating right now, is because, whew, yeah, okay. So if you draw the symbol of the Holy Fire Flame, again, you go up from the left side, 1 point, 2 point, and 3 point, and then come back down, okay? This isn't a drawing contest. It's intent is everything. Remember this, guys. I throw that word at you enough. Intent, intent, intent. Okay, so draw the symbol on your hands, okay? Okay, everybody, close your eyes, please. Relax. Relax your shoulders. Relax your legs, your feet. Sit upright in your chair, please. Uncross your legs. If anything is crossed, it cannot be crossed, because we don't want to block any energy that we're putting into ourselves now, please. Take a nice, long, deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Practice the violet flame. Be the dragon, okay? Blow out that purple flame that we just put into you guys. Okay, again, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Hold it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blow out the violet flame of Saint Germain. Okay, this last one, I want a big belly breath, okay? Let's take it right up from our bellies, from our diaphragm. Here we go. In through the nose. Focus on the spot between your hands. Blow the violet flame between your hands. Release. Keep focusing on that spot between the palms of your hands, please. Visualize in your mind's eye and invoke the name Holy Fire 3 times. So visualize in your mind's eye, seeing between the palms of your hands. I invoke the Holy Fire flame. I invoke the Holy Fire flame. I invoke the Holy Fire flame to come into me and to activate my energy. Okay. Slowly open your eyes, come back to the present moment. That is how simple that one was, okay? So what we've done now, we've activated the Saint Germain Holy Fire flame. Again, this is how you draw the symbol if you need to know. I got my light a little bright there. There we go. Okay, you go up over here on this side and then go bound, bound, bound. Okay, Holy Fire flame. Okay, that is the master. That is the master symbol I'm actually sharing with you guys tonight. And I just thought I would because you can go look it up. And, you know, I'm not going to hide anything from you guys here. Okay. So before giving Karuna Reiki session, it is important to prepare your energy field in the room before starting. And this is very important. You saw me play my heart chakra bowl over here. I also came in with sage and also smudged my room because I only want good energy in here. I don't want anything that's going to be in here. And especially if something comes off of you, like a spiritual attachment, if you have the room high vibrational, it's going to leave. It's not going to hang out in the room and hide, okay? It's going to leave. So it's very important to prepare the room. To do this, draw the Holy Fire Reiki on your palms and clap them together 3 times. Holy Fire Reiki, Holy Fire Reiki, Holy Fire Reiki. That's usually how I do it. But seriously, I don't even do that anymore. I did that in the beginning maybe 6 or 7 years ago. I just instantly go in the gasso position. The second my hands go into this position, I start sweating. I can feel the Reiki come in. It just starts coming into my head, starts to kind of, my head hums sometimes. It's kind of weird too, because they talk about chanting and toning and stuff. And I find I hum. Again, that's just Reiki's personal. Do and listen to your physical body and your spiritual body as well. They're separate beings, okay? Listen to them both, because your physical body, we always listen to it. Oh, it's got pain, it's got this and this, that. Start programming your body to listen to you. Start telling your body, hey, I feel good today. We're going to have a good day. I feel, hey, I got energy in me, and my hair's driving me nuts. But start talking to your physical body. It has a separate consciousness than just your consciousness does. It really does. I have healed people with this technique, the placebo effect. Something just went over here. Okay. So, but you can heal by intent. You really can. We will be learning too about remote healing, where you can actually heal. I can actually heal things on the other side of the world from sitting in this chair. How? Intent. Focus. Remember, your focus is always where your hand is, okay? If you want to put Reiki and apply it to yourself, which you can do after this class tonight, you can start applying a Reiki to yourselves. You hear me tell you when you're upstairs, put light into it. Put your hand to the spot that hurts. That's the spot that needs attention. If you got pain, that's the spot that needs attention. Put your hand there. That is your focus now. I close my eyes. I instantly take a deep breath, because remember, those breaths, that prana work, instantly raises your frequency from here to here, and you're instantly connected with everything. You're calling them in. They're coming in. Oh, we got work to do. She's got her hand in a spot. They know. They know when I want to do Reiki. I don't even have to call them in. I do it because I'm all about respect and honor. Okay. So anyway, so it's very interesting. So if you get a pain, put your hand to the spot, close your eyes, take prana, that nice deep breath, hold it, relax. And as I breathe out, I actually picture that beautiful golden light coming down through me, going down my arm, going up my hand, and coming out to the spot where I am touching. That is where my focus is. Okay. So that is basically how you do, self-healing on yourself. But the biggest thing is grounding and centering. I cannot stress this enough. People, when you feel, remember, your soul's not always in your body. It hangs out at your cosmos chakra, your it just, you got 32 chakras here below and above your feet too, not just including the ones in your body. And your soul likes to go and explore and do things, and especially when cat's talking, it's like, oh, okay, Lord, I gotta go. Okay, so anyway, all right, so now let's move on to the holy fire symbol. Nope. All right, so what we're going to do here is, I think we're just going to do this one last meditation, and then I'm going to let you guys go for the night. Anybody who wishes to obtain the book and have the certificate at the master level, that's the only time I'm asking for money, and that will be $100, because I have to purchase these books and I have to mail them and I have to get the certificates coming and going and so forth and so on. So anyway, that's my so Karuna's saying the formless realm. Okay, I'm just trying to find my meditation. Okay, so we are going to do the Holy Fire meditation. Okay. So this is really going to activate the Holy Fire in you guys. So if you want to grab a quick drink, which I'm going to do, jump over the comments real fast. Julie, you're still awake? Oh my God! Sarah's butt's going numb. Okay. So let's do this, and then I can let you guys go, and then we'll continue on. Like I said, the next class will be May 11th, and I'll be posting it on our page too, and everywhere. So the class is actually already set up. If you just go under, if you're ever looking for when my lives are, go to Enlightenment in the Darkness and click on that live tab at the top, and it shows you all my classes that are coming up. Okay, so the Holy Fire meditation works best if done every day and done in the morning. And believe me, even when you take the Holy Fire Reiki in you and you want to continue doing these meditations, and again, I'm going to say it right now, I have this meditation. Something just flew up there, located in the description below. So don't feel that it's a one-time thing. You can go back and do that meditation every single day, and you're always going to get benefits. There's 4 or 5 people in here that have taken this class from me before. I've taught it in person. Okay, that's the beauty of Karuna. I can actually teach it without having to be in the same room with you guys, because it's not me that's giving the attunements. The ignitions come from source. I'm just walking you through a meditation to get you there. So anyway, so twice a day, it just increases your ability. I'm on page 51 for those that are looking in their books, but you're not going to need to go there because you're going to be having your eyes closed. Okay, so here we go, guys. Legs uncrossed, please, very important. You're creating blocks. You're not allowing the energy to flow. Please let the energy flow. Again, Gasso position. It's okay. You will always see when I know this is the Gasso position, but you will always see my hands doing this because this is my Gasso position. I got the Holy Fire Reiki. You can actually see it. My hands are in the form of a flame. Ooh, okay. That is my Gasso position. Okay. Okay, legs. Okay, the jaw, we've drawn the Holy Fire symbol on our hands already, so we are good there, okay? So, take a nice deep breath in through your nose. Close your eyes. Exhale, be the dragon. That violet flame. And guys, once you get in the habit of using that, because I use that for everything, and it does, it purifies, and anything, you get a negative spirit and you blow on it, it will leave, trust me. Okay, so you want to sit quietly in a comfortable position with your hands on your legs now. You can come out of the Gasso position, relax your hands, your legs slightly apart. Breathe slowly and normally. Please keep your eyes closed. Be aware of your abdomen. I want you to picture in your abdomen the holy fire symbol, okay? Just picture that flame in your abdomen. I want you now to picture the flame above the top of your head. Notice the colors. Is it 3D? Is it two-dimensional? How do you see this flame? I want you to bond with this flame. I activate the holy fire Reiki within me. I activate the holy fire Reiki above me. I activate the holy fire Reiki within my heart chakra. You may see a simple outline of a flame, or it can be eventually become a brilliant, living, multicolored flame of great beauty. Hold that image of the holy fire flame in your mind in front of you. Repeat, holy fire, holy fire, holy fire, 3 times. Let's do it together. Holy fire, holy fire, holy fire, I invoke thee to come into me. As my words are spoken, so it shall be done. Say it out loud. If no one's near you, you can say it to yourself. Say it out loud, or if people are around you and you feel silly, go ahead and say it to yourself. Hold the visual image of the symbol steady in your mind for several minutes. You can do this up to 20 minutes, but we're not going to do that tonight, as I said. So please, if you get some moments later or later on this weekend, sit and do this meditation, please. Just all you have to do is just hold your hands in the Gasa position and just picture seeing the holy flame entering into your heart, above your crown chakra, and also I like to put it below my feet as well. When you go up to the master level, what will happen is these 3 flames will become one, and they will enter fully into your heart space, okay? If thoughts arise in your mind, as soon as you notice them, brush them away and come back to the image of the flame. So be prepared to do that. Allow yourself to merge with the flame. Become one with the flame. The flame may also begin to guide you. As this happens, follow the flame, okay? Healing spirits attachments, you can go ahead and open your eyes, breathe normally. We have activated the holy fire flame within you guys. I just want to mention this about healing spiritual attachments, and this also does help release the spirits in you. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to save some other meditations for next month's class, because you guys haven't taken on the Usui. I don't want to throw too much frequency into you guys at one time, because I don't want you, I don't want you feeling the Ascension symptoms too much. And again, I have linked below in the comments, in the description of what Ascension symptoms you may be feeling. Fluttering of the heart. I sometimes get fluttering up in my neck. You will more than likely it will feel like a band going around your third eye and kind of like squeezing around your temples. That's normal to feel that. Remember, ground and center yourself. If it gets too intense, ground and center yourself. Plenty of rest and plenty of water. If you can, try to eat more healthy meals. When you eat heavy meals that are, like a roast and all these other things, you're not helping to integrate that energy back into your body that your body is now taking in. So this will help remove spiritual attachments, as well as raise your frequency and start the healing process, guys. I wish to thank you all for being here tonight. And again, my apologies. I've kept you on here for 3 hours, and that's a long time. This class usually takes 6 hours, the first class. It's usually an all-day class. In fact, some places do it for 3 days. So I'm trying to give you I'm not cutting corners or anything, but I'm just trying to integrate this into your lives and give you better quality lives, guys. I know everybody's tired, and with what's going on in the world right now, it's physically and mentally draining us, and we got to find a happy spot for you to go inside yourself, because when you're looking for happiness, the mistake is we're always looking out here. You don't look out here for happiness. It's in here, babes. It's in your heart. It's in you. And it's when you're connected to everything. That's when you feel good. And that's when you feel safe and secure. No matter what's going on in the world, you're at peace in here. And I want you to know what that really, really, truly feels like, because I live this every day. I wake up every morning with gratitude in my heart, and I thank everything, and I don't care what it is. I believe in everything, because the second I don't believe in something, I've shut the door to that experience, and my soul's here about the experience, so why am I going to shut that door? Okay? So again, I thank you all for being here tonight. I will post up when it would be May 11th at 8 o'clock, I believe is the next class. Michael, my best friend, Julie, my other best friend, and Penny, and Carrie, and Adam, and Vincent, and Jasmine, and I don't have my glasses on, and anybody else, anybody who wants to hit me up, again, it's Catherine H444 at yahoo.com. That's Catherine with a C. So if anybody is interested in the book or the final certificate, which I will be giving out, and again, I will show it to you briefly really quick. This will be what the certificate will look like when you are finished. This is the Holy Fire Reiki, except it has the number 3 on it. Oops, I grabbed the one that didn't have number 3. Okay, so which means that it is the final, going all the way up. So anyway, so the book and the certificate, that is with the $100, but I am taking this from Karuna 1 all the way up to the master level for free without the book and the certificate, because this is your God-given gift, and I believe that this belongs to you, and the more you shine, the more other people will shine. Okay, so thank you all for being here, and God bless you, and thank you for hanging with me as long as we did. I know this was a long one, and I love you all, and I hope you have a wonderful night and a happy Easter to all of you, and God bless, and thank you for all for coming. Have a great night, guys. Remember, shine, shine, shine.